Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
ESPN 710, Los Angeles Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Iowa is on for your Thursday afternoon. Mason pulled a Mason and called in sick on the day of the show. Here we go. Hopefully you're having a beautiful Thursday. Let's get it, yo. Mason and Ireland, your Thursday afternoon right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Where's Bergen?
Where's
Bergen? Mailing it in?
He's on a phone call.
Oh, he's on a call.
Yeah, work call, you know.
Yeah, sure. I got it. So, what's up, people? It is just a couple of days now before the Rams beat the Eagles. It's happening on Sunday. I feel like I was watching the Get Up this morning, John, and multiple hosts, multiple analysts said, yes, they think the Rams will beat them on Sunday. I didn't know this, but Sean McVay has coached in 12 NFL playoff games.
Okay.
At no point has a rusher gone for more than 100 yards. Now they get their work cut out for him against Barkley. Obviously on Sunday, he ate him up for 255 yards in the first time they played. But I think the recipe is stop Barkley, make Hurts beat you. I think that's the official position. Is that the way they win in your mind?
Yeah, and but I think stopping Barkley is just one part of the equation. I mean, Devontae Smith didn't play when they played in L.A., and A.J. Brown still had a huge game.
And I heard he finished that book, so he's going to play.
We got to get him something else to read. Maybe we could do a book drive.
Yeah, book drive.
And get A.J. Brown some new books to read.
Very good idea. Hey, I wanted to jump right out with this, Ireland. Next Wednesday.
Yes, this is a big deal. All you do is say, how come you never do live shows anymore? How come you never go out and meet the people? Next Wednesday.
Yep, we are with you at Ralph's in Redondo Beach. Want to see you out there. Do we know any of the shtick for next week? I think we're
No, I proposed that that you and I do. We had a bag challenge.
We did have a bag
time.
challenge, yes.
And then I thought I came up with something else, but I don't know what we're doing. We'll do something.
Yeah, we'll do something.
And by the way, we're setting it up as a donation site for firefighting victims, so you can bring stuff to that too. But just Ralph's Redondo Beach next Wednesday between noon and 3. That just happens to be, oh, by the way, the day before the Lakers-Celtics game.
Ooh.
And I think we're having some Laker people come by that.
Oh, nice.
We'll get full
details coming up. But remember, mark it down, put it in your calendar, whatever it is. Next Wednesday, Ralph's in Redondo Beach. Want to see you out there. We don't do a lot of live shows on the road, but we're doing this one, and we promise to put on a good show. So Rams. Oh, I'll tell you what. There was a bunch of stuff involving the Dallas Cowboys I think is interesting. So, number one, Jerry Jones' first plan was to keep Mike McCarthy and make Jason Witten the coach in waiting.
Okay, like he did for Jason Garrett all those years.
Exactly. McCarthy said no, and I don't blame him. I mean, you don't want to be training the guy that's going to take over your job in 2 years, right? That's a terrible gig.
Yeah, but the way you get around that is you win.
Oh yeah, no, you win. They don't make any changes. The other thing, and Jordan Schultz, who's a pretty good reporter, says that if Jerry Jones offers Deion Sanders the job, Deion Sanders will take it.
No kidding.
Yeah. He will take it.
And then they'll start maneuvering to get Shedeur down there?
I guess so, yeah. I mean, I think they probably got to trade up to get Shedeur, don't they? They definitely got to trade up to get Shedeur.
Or you let another team take Shedeur and you trade him Dak.
Yeah.
But Dak is so expensive now. I don't know how tradable he is.
Yeah. I've got a friend that's completely freaked out about this TikTok ban, which is coming on Sunday. They literally... funny, Bergman, and he's not here right now, he was saying that Jean, his girlfriend, is freaked out because she doesn't know where she's going to get her news. She gets her news from TikTok.
Okay, so I'm glad you brought this aspect of all this up. The hardest thing for older people to understand, and when I say older people, I'd say anyone above the age of 40.
Yeah.
Okay, is that people under the age of 40 don't get their news the way that we used to get
That's correct.
our news. For example, Brian, be honest about this. When's the last time you watched a 30-minute newscast?
Honestly, that just this last week because of the fires.
Yeah, because of
and
the
everything.
fires,
the fires, yeah.
take the
before
fires
that-
out of it. Yeah.
A full one was probably when I worked on the news, like 2018.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about when's the last time you read a newspaper like cover to cover? Like not every article, but you took a paper and read every section.
Oh, it's about to be around that same time,
Do they
2019.
even?
yeah.
I've never seen.
I used to look forward to that every day. I would walk. I would wait to hear the paper hit the driveway,
Right.
and I would go out and I would read sports because I'm an idiot. Sports section first, calendar section second. Then I'd read the front page section, and then I'd read the style section.
But don't you think physical newspapers are way past their? I mean, we'll go to LATimes.com. I
Right.
subscribe to LATimes.com. I get stuff there, but I can't
Yeah.
imagine picking up an actual
Right.
newspaper.
But the point I'm making is people like Jean, Greg's girlfriend, that's how they get their news from an outlet like TikTok
Right.
or from an outlet like Facebook. Some people just get their news from Twitter,
But
X.
I got to tell you, it's not just limited to younger folks. I mean, my mom gets all of her news from Facebook,
Right.
all of it. All of
And
it.
the
And it's
problem
all
with that
wrong,
is-
by the way. There's
Right.
so many wrong
well,
things.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd use the word wrong, but I would use the word biased. It's siloed.
No, it's wrong, John. With my mom, it's wrong.
Like is she watching Fox
Oh
News?
yeah,
every
no.
day?
She told me that Simone Biles was pregnant during the Olympics last summer when she was competing because she read it on Facebook. I'm like, Mom, stuff on Facebook isn't real.
Yeah.
You have to
Right.
ignore. Honestly, I don't pay attention to any of social media anymore for news because it's all wrong. It's
Yeah,
all wrong.
and it's all slanted towards the direction they want you to go.
Yeah.
I mean, when all those cable news channels started,
Mm-hmm.
like MSNBC didn't start as something that is going to be extremely left leaning. It is
Right.
now. Fox News probably started right, but now it's way right. Even CNN now is not unbiased.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's like people get and everybody was so shocked by the results of the election. You have to remember that most people don't sit and watch the debates start to finish.
Don't
Most
sit and
people-
watch cable news.
Right. And so they get their news from Facebook, TikTok,
Right.
Twitter, X. So
How
you're
big
right.
is this country? What's the
300
population?
million people.
Okay, 6 million watch cable news
Yeah.
every night. I mean, that's it. And so we assume
And most
everybody's
people
got,
don't vote, too.
Yeah, and tons of people don't vote. Yeah, I mean, I just think that the TikTok going away thing, TikTok does have merit. I mean, there are people that mentor via TikTok or teach via TikTok or all that kind of stuff. We see Bergman just wandered into the studio. We were talking what? Yeah, no, we were just talking about you. We were talking about Jean and the elimination of TikTok and TikTok going away, and she's
Hey,
totally panicked.
Radio Michael just reminded me. I didn't come up with another game for us to do at Ralph's. I came up with a game for us to do at Islands. That was the remote that got canceled when the fires
that was
hit.
the carry
with
the-
the tray. Yeah, thank you, Radio Michael. That's exactly what I was trying to think
Yeah.
of.
Yeah,
So-
but Jean uses it very, very heavily, and she is terrified that it's going to go away because she gets her news.
She
from
gets
there.
her news.
And the
We were just
reason it's
talking about
going
that,
away
yeah.
is they're afraid that the Chinese are
Well,
sending us coded messages
both
or
houses,
something.
both houses of Congress and the president voted to get rid of it because it's a Chinese company potentially giving the Chinese Communist Party access to personal data and that kind of stuff.
Right.
So they voted it out, and they're trying to. My understanding is they're trying to get a non-Chinese company to buy ByteDance,
And-
which runs
Well,
TikTok.
Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank,
And Frank McCourt.
were trying to buy it. Did that fall through?
I've not heard the update, but a lot of
So
what
they
Frank
want the-
does falls through.
So they want the American companies to get all of our information to use it in a
You're
way,
correct,
and
yeah.
not
No,
the Chinese company
exactly.
that already has it. They're
Yeah.
not. They already have it. We don't
Right.
have to. They're not taking it from us anymore.
Well, I think
So-
I think when you join TikTok, like a lot of people deleted TikTok. I deleted TikTok. I don't use it very much. I'll sometimes see stories come through on my computer that I'll look at, but I'm not going to do the TikTok thing. And yet
Which is
everybody seems to be doing it.
Yeah.
And now it's gone. And all those,
Well, it's
I
not
feel
gone yet.
bad.
Sunday, right?
I feel badly for all those people who've invested so much time, so much energy, so much of their creativity into building a big following on TikTok, and bam, gone.
You know,
Just
when
up
you
in
do those
smoke.
TikTok dances, then they're going to have everything.
All those
They can
TikTok
see how
dances
you
are gone.
move and use it for AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's basically what it is.
I think it's more like email addresses and banking stuff and
Guess
all
what?
that business.
That's already out there.
Yeah.
The thing that sucks is all the people that have like their personal shops on there, like the small business kind
like
of shops,
the
and stuff like
Shopify
that.
thing and
right.
all that
that's
stuff.
what's really those people are gonna take a big hit if they're running their businesses off of that.
Yeah.
All right, when I say the name
Influencers. Sorry.
Mace, when I say the name David Lynch, what do you think of?
I think of the movie Blue Velvet, which I wrote a thesis on at Bowling Green State University. I think it was my junior thesis. One of the classic best movies ever made.
I think of Twin Peaks.
Sure, Twin Peaks is an awesome one.
Just passed away, David
Yeah,
Lynch.
David Lynch.
Yeah.
How old was he? 78, I think.
Yeah, he was born in 1946.
Yeah. He made a movie about a guy who rode a lawnmower all across the country. I don't know what that movie is called, but it was just him driving across the country in a riding mower. He also did Mulholland Drive.
He did Elephant Man. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Elephant Man. I am not.
It's called The Straight Story.
And it's a guy in him riding.
73-year-old Alvin Straight rode a lawnmower across 300 miles of the American Midwest to visit his ailing brother.
Yep, there it is. So he made that movie.
That's
too.
an actual movie.
That does not sound like it would be all that exciting, but David Lynch was a genius. He really was a genius. And if you've never seen Blue Velvet, damn. I was in a room one time with, this is years ago, obviously, with Gene Siskel and Roger Ebert. Gene Siskel absolutely.
Both gone now, right?
Both gone. Gene Siskel absolutely hated Blue Velvet. Roger, and just like despised it. And then Roger Ebert loved it and considered it to be a modern masterpiece. I brought it up. I did an interview with the two of them. I brought it up specifically because I knew they had completely different opinions on it.
Right.
And I'm telling you, you want to talk about tense. That room got tense. Those two
They
guys.
They just went at it.
They did not like each other. I mean, it was clear as day. Siskel did not like Ebert. Ebert did not like Siskel.
Well, they worked together, though.
Yeah, it
You know,
worked.
it's like a Howard Cosell thing. Those guys didn't like Cosell, but it worked.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, coming up next for you, let me see. What do we got? Oh, we got so much stuff going on. I want to ask you a question about last night and the Lakers and what we saw. I thought played a very, very strong second half. And LeBron said something, and JJ talked about it, too, that I want to get into. In the meantime, let me tell you about my partnership with the Southern California Hyundai dealers. I love the Hyundai. In fact, Ramona, her brother was looking for a car. I hooked them up with the Southern California Hyundai dealers. He is now the proud owner of a stylish Sonata. I'm driving the Elantra, which I love. It's a hybrid. Maybe you want to check out the Sonata. You want to check out the Santa Fe. You want to check out the amazing Ioniq 6, which is an EV with a long driving range and cutting-edge technology. You got to check out Hyundai. As always, every new Hyundai comes with America's best warranty. 3 years or 36,000 miles of complimentary maintenance. Add more joy to every journey. Do like I did. Go to buyhyundai.com or see your SoCal Hyundai dealer today. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
And it is a Cosm Ticket Thursday on 710 ESPN. Caller number 7 right now at 877-710 ESPN. You're going to enjoy the rivalry matchup, Lakers-Celtics at Cosm LA. You'll enjoy immersive games in the Dome and the wall-to-wall multi-view display in the Hall at Cosm, the ultimate home for basketball fans. Get your tickets now through Cosm.com or the Cosm mobile app. Or you can win them right now. Caller number 7, 877-710 ESPN wins on a Cosm Ticket Thursday on 710 ESPN.
Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and there's extensive water damage. This is when it can feel as though your relationship with your insurance has become an abusive one. They don't agree that you need a replacement living arrangement, despite it being glaringly obvious. Then the insurance adjuster leaves you hanging. You feel abandoned with a home that is no longer livable, and you now have no other choice than to use the insurance contractor to make repairs, which includes their brazen attempt at lowballing the estimate. Okay, so here's what you do. You take a deep breath, then you call Avner Gat. They're one of California's largest public adjusting firms, and trust me, size does matter in this case because Avner Gat has experienced it all. Insurance companies can make you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope in getting your home back together. Avner Gat knows exactly how to handle these situations. Not only do they have extensive knowledge on how to handle your dilemma, but they remain passionate about helping people. It's why Avner and his family continue to take the calls themselves at Avner Gat Inc. They cover all of Southern California, and if I haven't convinced you with all of these truth bombs thus far, just check out what seems to be a never-ending stream of 5-star reviews on Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. So, whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is at home, call Avner Gat today. 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256. And you can go online to avnergat.com.
All right, I've got the chips and soda covered.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath and I'm from Silmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. You know, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, you know, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, InsideCrypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
Very serious condition I'm confronting right now, John. Serious.
Which is?
If you look at my right eyebrow.
Okay.
What do you see?
Nothing. I mean, they got something underneath on the
Loose.
outside.
No, silver. I've got so much silver coming into this eyebrow.
Just dye them.
But you don't just dye. But do you dye it at home, or
Sure.
do you go to an eyebrow
No.
dyer?
Yeah, you can't be the first person to have
The way
this
it's
issue.
going right now, I'll be Santa. I'll be working a mall at Christmas this year.
But why? No, don't dye it. Just let it go. Just like your hair. Just let that happen.
No, but
just let it happen.
White eyebrows, really?
Hell yeah.
You can get
Hell
stuff at
yes.
you can get stuff at the grocery store.
Yeah, why don't I just do
And then
just for men eyebrow
you can.
version?
You just put a little bit in there.
Just
Yeah.
a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah, bothered. I don't think it looks. I tried to pluck them, and it's like there's so many of them. I don't even know what to do.
I think just go with the
Just go with the
salt
just
and
for
pepper
men?
in the
No,
eyebrows.
salt and pepper eyebrows is not a thing.
I think that's a good thing.
That is not a thing.
That can be your thing.
Oh
your
yeah,
look.
yeah, exactly. All right, so Ireland last night, Lakers looked much better. They played a great second half. Defensively, really did lock down. Good night for Rui, who actually led the team in scoring. Good night for Austin Reeves, 14 assists last night. Ties a
Very
career
good
high.
night for Gabe Vincent.
Gabe
who
Vincent.
played max minutes and basically was the one who kicked the defense into gear. Because defensively in the first half they were terrible. They gave up 66 points in the first half and only 42 in the second.
Yeah, they locked
including
it down.
a 19-point third quarter. So hopefully they found something they can use.
So the one word I heard, and by the way, you hear this with the Rams, you hear this all the time. We were more connected. We were more connected. They were not clearly connected in that game against San Antonio or that game against Dallas. Last night they were. Sean McVay talks about the connectedness of his team. What is that? Is that just a thing you talk about, or is that a real thing?
It's a real thing in this sense. When you play defense, any good NBA player can score if you guard him one-on-one.
Right.
So you have to play team defense. You have to play 5-on-5. Like Tyler Hero was just killing him.
Oh, crazy
in the first.
shooter,
They killed him
yeah.
in Miami. And then finally Gabe Vincent went out there and they woke up.
Yep.
And they started sending second defenders and third defenders. And when Hero got off track a little, that's when they came back.
Right.
So, yeah, it is a thing. It's not just lip service.
So, and they talk about it with the Rams. Now, my question is our show as a show unit, are we connected? Are we connected
It's a
as
great
a show unit?
question.
I feel like
most of the time, I mean,
most of the time
lately, because I assume it who's missing this week? Is it Lindsay?
Laura's missing. Well,
but
Laura's going to the afternoon.
So what happens is it's almost like a Rams thing. When one of the linemen gets hurt, then you have to steal from another part of the field and put him in there. So anytime we've been pretty good in terms of attendance, like all 5 of us are all pretty good with that.
Good. Yeah, pretty good.
But the other shows take a lot of liberties with days off. So, and when that happens, Greg has to go cover, Laura has to go cover, Brian has to go cover.
Right. So Laura has to go cover Sedano and Cap today because Lindsay is out for the rest of the week. I probably will have to do it tomorrow on Friday like I did yesterday.
Okay.
Wilbert Flores also is displaced right now, so because of that.
Wait, is he displaced or is his parents displaced?
His parents are displaced, but also he's helping them out. So he is out indefinitely until he's ready to come back from his family. And the GoFundMe page is out on my Twitter.
Oh, okay.
But also that means that Brian has to stay later to do 2 shows on a couple days, and DeAndre does the Laker game.
So we're not connected at all. We're just all flying in every different direction.
Not right now, but it's not our fault.
Right.
No.
Yeah, it's what's going on elsewhere at the station that has us disconnected. But so it's temporary.
Yeah.
Do you think the show, when it is all together, is connected, though?
I think we are so connected. I think we're so on the same page, so locked in.
But it is not together very often, to be honest. Either I'm doing a Laker game, or Mason's on vacation, or you guys are filling in for somebody who isn't here.
Right.
So it's hard.
I'll give it to Brian. He's here every single day.
Brian's
Laura's here.
We're very connected with Brian. Laura's a lot of connection. A lot of connectivity.
Except when she's dealing with her knee.
Yeah, her knee is a thing.
But that's medical. You can't do anything.
By the way, isn't it interesting that Bergman did afternoons yesterday, is doing our show today, and you're going to do afternoons again tomorrow because you avoid Pepe and Michael. It is because you are avoiding Pepe and Michael.
I think it just works out that way.
What do you have
I'm
against
always here.
Pepe and Michael?
I love both of them. I even tried to roll Pepe out of the studio yesterday, and he got very scared.
He made it to the game, though, right?
He did.
Do we know?
He did.
He was there last night. Absolutely no one waved to him.
Nope.
Michael's position yesterday that the Lakers should do absolutely nothing.
Him and Trudell
got a big reaction, at least amongst my friends, saying, "What the hell is he talking about?" Not only that, but the ton of feathers versus the ton of iron was another one.
And he's going to die on that hill.
He is going to die on that hill.
Yeah, last night at the game, he was trying to explain to me again how a ton of feathers weighs less than a ton of steel.
He's talking about the density. I think he's thinking the same amount of feathers and the same amount of
steel.
Right. That's not how it works.
He doesn't understand the concept of a ton. He doesn't understand metric measurement.
It's a ton here and a ton of feathers. So obviously a ton is a ton is a ton.
He keeps going into density.
And he thinks because he could dive.
He's going into density.
Yes, right. Exactly, Greg. He thinks it because you could dive into a ton of feathers, but you couldn't dive into a ton of steel, that it must weigh more.
Look, a ton of steel could be 3 beams of steel. That's it.
Correct.
But it's going to be like 4 billion or 4 million different
it's gonna be
feathers.
Gigantic number of feathers.
Right. That's going to be a lot more. It's not just.
And it's going to weigh exactly the same.
Exactly.
But that is the hill where he is going to die.
He's so silly.
All right. Coming up next for you, going to spin the wheel of questions. Got some sports graffiti coming up for you. And Kobie Turner is going to join us a little bit later on. Michelle Smallman is going to join us next hour. So busy show. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. You can fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, easy, and helps protect the planet if you're ready to do your part. Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message is funded by Cal Recycle.
The Kings have shifted their focus to British Columbia as they look to get back on track against the reigning Pacific Division champion, Vancouver Canucks. The Kings have been the best defensive team in the NHL this season, but Captain Ajay Kopitar says they need to get back to scoring goals too.
It seems like last few games we've played, it's been, low-scoring affair. So, we got to make sure that we stick with the tight checking, but when we do get chances to find a way to score goals.
It's the Kings and the Canucks tonight at 7 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL, realfathersrights.com/710, or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights, the Father's Rights Attorneys.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming-LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming-LAX.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, here each weekday. You know what it's time for? What is this? It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Brian Cohen, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
Huh. Interesting. See, I even get the No matter whose question it is, Luke has to say
I think it's funnier if it's just for Laura.
Oh, you think so? Keep it?
Yeah. Not for you, not for Ireland, not for Brian.
I'm not.
It's funny.
I don't want to pick on Laura. She has very good questions.
She does.
Yeah. All right, so here's the question. Walgreens, the drugstore.
Yeah.
Says they are losing a lot. They're losing money. And the CEO of Walgreens says that when you lock stuff up, you sell less of it. What can drugstores do about this dilemma of having stuff behind glass and ring a bell, all that stuff? Is there anything they can do?
It's an interesting social experiment. Because you know me, I hate lines or waiting for anything.
Yep.
That's true with me. If something is locked up, I'll go, I'll just order it from Amazon.
Yeah. No, I see. That's the thing. It's the best thing for Amazon. I don't want to be the guy that presses that button at the shaving cream aisle and you wait for 20 minutes till somebody shows up and unlocks it.
They don't come quickly either in most cases.
It's no rush. It's no rush. I mean, are we missing out on something they could be doing?
I think they're doing it because those are probably the most stolen items of everything.
Right.
But like they do it for condoms too. You go into the back in Rite Aid, the Rite Aid across from my street. You lift something up, it makes a loud noise when you lift it up. It's behind the glass.
Yeah.
And you can't get them. I mean, unless everybody knows, hey, you're getting condoms.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. When you
why do you need condoms?
Because I like to have fun.
Yes.
And I don't want babies.
Brian, do you press the button and wait, or do you just order from Amazon?
It depends. Usually, it depends on how bad I really need it. And if I press a button and wait, but if I'm waiting for more than a minute, I'm just out of there. Like, I'm not waiting more than a minute.
At my CVS, it's unbelievable how long it takes to get anything.
I was hungry the other day, and I popped into a Rubio's.
Oh, I love Rubio's.
So do I.
Yeah.
And there were 5 people in line. Out.
Oh, come on.
Walked out.
For those delicious fish tacos?
Yep, walked out.
You just walked away.
Now, here's the pathetic thing about what a freak I am. Had there been 3 people in the line, I would have stuck it out.
You're so weird.
5 is like too many.
You're so weird.
I know.
So weird.
But I got to be me.
Yeah, somebody was reacting yesterday. We talked about, we asked my trainer about what he eats for fast food. And he said, In-N-Out burger, protein style, only the meat, grilled onions, nothing else, no bread, no sauce, no cheese. And like you guys said, that is not even, you might as well not even eat fast food at that point. It's just a piece of lettuce, a hunk of meat, and some onions, and that's basically all you get.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I don't even think that's cheap. I mean, it's not bad for you, but it's really not a treat in any way, right?
No, I like the sauce. You know, when the sauce gets all over the paper and you eat it all off the paper afterwards. Oh,
Exactly.
Delicious.
Delicious. All right, there you have it. There's your wheel of questions. Thank you, Luke. All right, so
are you guys following this thing? Charles Barkley says the NBA product stinks.
Yes.
And that's why the ratings are down. J.J. Redick says it doesn't help when you go on TV and talk about how bad the product is and that Barkley is part of the problem. Greg, which one of those guys is right?
Wait, give it to me one more time.
Barkley says the reason ratings are down is because the product sucks.
Yeah.
Redick says the product is fine. It could be improved.
It's the way it's covered.
But it doesn't help when the media goes on TV every night and says it sucks.
Yeah, no, it is 100% Barkley is right that the product is not good right now. As no matter what, we've gone through this conversation a lot, and how many times they shoot threes. It happens over and over again. 3-on-1 fast break, one guy steps back and takes a three-point. It happens all the time, misses the shot, and then the other team goes on the other way.
Right.
It's too reliant on the three-point shot, which is why I fully believe in your position about changing the three-point line.
It's all too predictable is the problem.
Adam Silver was on with Colin yesterday, and Silver says he's aware of it and he's going to fix it. But, Greg, you know who agrees with you?
Shaq?
Byron Scott. No, Shaq disagrees with Barkley on everything, so he'll go the other way. But Byron Scott has a podcast, and he was asked, who's right, Charles Barkley or J.J. Redick? Here's Byron.
Well, you can't put the blame on the media. Okay. You know, the players play the game. Coaches coach the game, right? So you cannot put the blame on the media. The media is going to report what they see, you know, and they're going to get their opinion on how the game is played, right? So the players and the coaches, that's where you got to start with the blame, I think, or even go higher.
Yeah.
And it's the ownerships, you know, or it's management, you know, but you can't. Players are playing the game the way they think they're supposed to play the game, right? The NBA game right now is not a very attractive game to watch. It's not. Let's just be honest, you know. And JJ trying to say that the media is to blame. Come on, man. Come on. I mean, you gotta be real.
Yeah, the media is not to blame here. The media is reacting to what we see. And JJ was part of that not that long ago.
Right. He was in the media last year.
But what's weird is
his point was I think if JJ were here, he would say, I was promoting the game and talking about how great the game is, and Barkley's basically crapping on it and talking about how bad it is.
Right. I mean, I think that ultimately the product is bad. It's predictable. There's still great moments in any game. Last night, tremendous moments, all that stuff. But the problem is that they're actually teaching guys to play basketball in an unattractive way. They're saying they're shooting threes because they're told go shoot threes, don't take twos, take threes. I mean, they're actually being taught that, and so. But I think JJ's right in that. It does kind of swirl together the criticism and what we're seeing, and it does create kind of a negative pall over the game.
But wasn't that what we want, John? Don't we want our media to be honest? Don't we want people like Charles and Shaq and Byron, whoever's talking about it, to be honest and not just kowtow to the game itself? When they see something bad, tell them why it's bad.
Right, but that's his opinion. Like if I was debating Barkley, I would say the product doesn't suck. I go to more games than he does. I mean, the games are actually great. They're really fun to be at. Greg, you were there the other night. They're fun.
I was there last night.
But that doesn't mean that we can't improve it. And one of the ways you can improve it is to devalue the three-pointer a little bit.
Right.
In other words, do a half circle, eliminate the corner three.
Yep.
And that would be for a start. And then the other thing is get rid of the stupid illegal defense and let teams defend any way they want. And that way, if, I think
a couple less whistles a game.
Right. And
do you like hand checking? Do you want hand checking to come back?
No.
So what was the issue? Why would you not want hand checking?
Because it, to me,
takes away from the grace, the beauty. It takes away that part of the game.
I will steal a page out of Theo Epstein's book. I want movement. I want a lot of action. I want people moving. I don't want whistles. I don't want the game to stop. And so I think if you put the hand check back in, it would limit movement. That's why I don't want it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I don't want that I don't want hand checking back. I do like the movement. I think is the right key. I mean, when baseball fans were looking at baseball saying, hey, something's got to change, people were critical of the game, and they actually updated things, and they've now got the movement that they were looking for. I don't see any problem with being critical of the NBA for the product, because that's in part what's going to cause the league to do something about it.
And Adam Silver said yesterday he is going to address the three-point problem. Now, I don't know how.
Yeah.
He kind of put it on Joe Dumar's plate. He said, Joe runs our competition committee, and he'll figure it out. But what I hope he does is, I mean, if you put me in charge, I've said this before. First thing I do, eliminate the corner three. Second thing I do, eliminate the illegal defense. And the third thing I do is 10 team fouls instead of 5. That way it would way limit the free throws.
Those are all good ideas. I think a lot of this comes down, like the three-point problem is a Golden State Warriors problem. They were so good at the three-point shot in the late 2010s that it was a beautiful, graceful game. The ball was always moving. There's a lot of movement to it. So everybody else tried to duplicate what they were doing, but they don't do it the same way. So because they watched such a great product from Steph and Clay and those guys, they try to duplicate it and it just doesn't work that way.
Right. There's something cool about a three that comes after like that one last pass.
Right.
You know, where there's a
Sure.
lot of
You're
ball
whipping
movement,
the
there's
ball
one
around
last
like a
pass.
hot
It's moving,
potato.
and everyone's moving also.
Instead, it's almost like they're ISOing for a three. And it's dull. It's dull.
To me, I think it's still a great game.
Oh,
Fantastic
it's a
game.
great game, but there are
you
issues.
You can improve it.
Yeah.
And I think they should try. I think they should try and tweak
And,
it.
I mean,
Like,
look-
baseball did exactly what they. You remember I used to argue that baseball was boring and stupid, and I couldn't sit through a regular season game. I only wanted to watch in the playoffs. They fixed it. Now I'm watching all year.
Yeah, it's an easy breezy 2 hours and 15 minutes, and you get a baseball game, and it moves. It moves. It's got pace. By the way, the NFL is not immune. The NFL's trying stuff. I mean, all the time. They tried the new kickoff rule this year.
Which
I think
I would
it
get
sucks.
rid of, yeah.
I don't think it works. Is anybody like super enthusiastic about that kickoff rule?
They
I just think it's
defend
terrible.
it by saying injuries are down, but if injuries are what you're worried about, just let a team start with the ball in the 20.
Right. Why go
But if you're
through
going to
this?
have the kickoff, go back to the old kickoff.
And by the way, why do you have to tell the other team when you're going to go for an onside kick? It's like, why don't you
Reduce
allow
injury.
that element? I know, but still, it's like you eliminate the element of surprise altogether.
No, because right now, the way teams are set up, the kicker's by himself and the other guys are way in front of him, right? So you would have to declare an onside kick just to give the kicking team a chance.
Right.
Because there's nobody next to the
Yeah,
kicker.
that's true. That's true.
But I would go back to the old kickoff.
Yeah,
rule.
I would too. I would too. This every time. Juan always asks me, well, how does that new kickoff rule work? I'm like, nobody knows.
Nobody. I don't even think the teams know.
I don't even know what's happening. Hey, if you are able, please help people affected by the wildfires. You can donate at redcross.org/ESPN. That's redcross.org/ESPN. They are helping people respond and helping people recover. Really, really important. So that's redcross.org/ESPN. Hey, it's Cosm Thursday. Today on 710 ESPN, you can listen for every hour to call. When you're calling number 7, you get a pair of, you get to be part of the action on Thursday, January 23rd. That is next Thursday, Lakers Celtics at Cosm, where you can take the NBA to a new level where every play comes to life. Get your tickets now at Cosm.com. That's COSM, Cosm.com. It is Cosm Ticket Thursday here on 710 ESPN. All right, it is sports graffiti time. Lakers with a win last night. How about that? Rams getting ready for Philly. Actually, I have a conversation about the Chargers coming up, whether or not you should buy stock in Justin Herbert. I want to have that conversation. 877-710-ESPN. 877-710-ESPN. By the way, Kobie Turner, the conductor of that Rams defense, will be with us in the 2 o'clock hour today. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. after Greeny.
No, I got to get one of those LAFD hats. Because I don't have a Rams hat, and I'm going to buy one of those.
I would be honored to get your first Rams hat.
Yeah, but I want to buy it to support LAFD. So,
Okay, buy 2. I'm a 7 5/8.
You know what?
What?
7 and 5/8.
It's a running thing that Travis is cheap,
Yeah.
or that Chris believes that Travis is
So
cheap.
does that make your head bigger than mine? 'Cause I'm
What's yours?
7.5.
No, I'm an 1/8 inch larger than you.
That's what I've heard.
Oh, jeez.
Only by name.
And he's back.
So,
Well,
DeMarco, let me ask you
wait,
this.
Travis is cheap, so he's trying to get
I'm not
a free
cheap.
hat?
Chris makes vicious allegations about me being cheap. I would
Yeah, why did you
aggressively
stop
disagree.
when he said he wanted a hat, too? Why did you stop?
Well, he's cheap.
Okay.
He squeezes the quarter until the Eagles
I
squeeze.
got you. Okay.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
It is playoff time, and it is now or never. Don't miss out on the last few weeks of football action with PrizePicks, the best place to win cash while watching the playoffs. You know, we have over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings. PrizePicks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to everybody. All you got to do is pick 2 or more players across any sport, pick more or less on their projection, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. PrizePicks now offers MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. Join PrizePicks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app, available to play in more than 40 states, including California and Texas. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use the code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CAPPY on PrizePicks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. PrizePicks, run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
It is Mason in Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason in Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason in Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
All right, here we go. It is sports graffiti time. You always say, hey, I can never reach you guys. We got a couple open lines right now. 877-710-ESPN. 877-710-ESPN. And we will start with Lane. Lane, you're on sports graffiti. What's going on, Lane?
Yo. So I have a question for John.
Yeah, man.
John always puts these recommendations. I really like a lot of them. I don't love the semicircle. That said, what do you think about doing the FIBA rules off the basket with goaltending so that once it hits the rim, ball's live, no goaltending?
Love it.
I don't understand how that isn't talked about more.
I know it is talked about. Michael's for it too. And that's how they do it in international basketball. That's how they do it in the Olympics. Once the ball hits the rim, you can do whatever you want. I'm for anything, Lane, that doesn't stop the game. I want the game to keep going.
Right, and the cool thing is the NBA can try all this stuff out at the G League, see how it works. It's a lab experiment. Come up with stuff that works. You got a minor league, essentially, to try stuff, see how it goes. Let's go to Bobby. Bobby, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's up, Bobby? Bobby?
Hey. Simple solution for the question. Just relegate.
Okay.
Quarter.
Yeah, something about relegation.
Yeah, and he said corner.
Relegation.
We got about
corner.
every third word there.
Yeah, we'll piece that together later when we re-edit
Get the
show.
Zapruder film people in here.
Exactly. Let's go to Todd. Todd, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's up, Todd?
Hey, how you guys doing? You know, it's always great being able to talk to you guys. I'm a teacher up at Ventura, so I always catch you guys with Sports Graffiti. So thank you for taking my call.
You bet, man.
2 quick things. The first one is possibly moving it to where you only have the 3-point shot available in the fourth quarter. I don't know if that's doable or not. or just getting rid of it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't think they'll ever get rid of it.
No.
But moving into the fourth, the other variation of that I've heard is in the fourth quarter, the three-pointer is not available.
Right.
Like, in other words, you can shoot from there, but it only counts as 2.
This is radical, but I would say cap it at 20 made threes.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
After 20 made threes, that's it. You've taken your full allotment of threes. Let's go to Ray. Ray, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's up, Ray?
Long-time listener, many-time caller. I
Thank
think
you.
the solution is you make the entire paint a no-charge area.
In other words, I can't jump in front of you.
Yep. You increase the value of the mid-range jump shot again. I mean, I don't know how many times I've seen Max Christie turn away that jump shot, and in the summer league, he's money there.
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think taking a charge, LeBron had one last night.
There's an art to it.
Is something that I would miss if they got rid of it. But
Yeah.
But my attitude is, come on with any idea you got.
Yeah.
Let's not dismiss anything out of hand.
No. Let's go to Harold. Harold, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's happening, Harold?
Let me tell you something. It's Adam Silver's responsibility to make changes. I don't know what to do with the game. Yeah, it's lousy. I watched some of that Clipper net game. It was unwatchable.
Yeah, that was an
my God.
unwatchable game because it was a 59-point difference, right?
By 60 last night.
Yeah.
It was the worst loss in Nets history and the biggest win in Clipper history.
And the biggest blowout of 2024-2025 season.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
I want to talk about the referees and the yelling. I am so tired on every play, even when they know they make a foul. Those poor referees, boy, I wouldn't take that job for nothing. Why can't they just go about their business and play the game? And there's too much one-on-one basketball in the NBA. Thank you, fellas.
Thank you, Harold. And another thing. Yeah. He's talking about the complaining about calls by players. Was that what he was getting at?
Yeah, he doesn't like that.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, nobody committed a foul. If you watch an NBA game, nobody committed a foul.
Doesn't
Everybody
matter who you are.
complains after
But,
every call.
John, if the Lakers don't destroy the Nets, was it tomorrow, right? Tomorrow night?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to make them look really bad to the Clippers beat them by 60 and then you lose.
What's weird is the Nets have won 14 games. How?
Yeah, how is a good question.
I mean, last night they just sat everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian, you got the breaking news sounder? This was predictable.
Is it Roki Sasaki to the Dodgers?
No, I wish.
Oh, damn.
I will read it to you. It's from the PGA Tour.
Okay.
In collaboration with Genesis, the Riviera Country Club, and out of respect for the unfolding situation, we have determined that the Genesis Invitational will not be played at Riviera and move to an alternate location the week of February 10th through the 16th. My guess is they'll probably move to Sherwood.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe there's a couple of other courses that could handle a tournament, but Sherwood would be the one I would think would be the most likely.
We're talking about a lot of stuff. I read an article that says they might cancel the Academy Awards this year.
No, they're already canceling stuff.
Yeah, because it's like inappropriate to fight over little gold statues in the middle of the disaster.
Yeah, the Riviera one, though, the Riviera's right on the cusp.
Right
of where
there.
It's like 3 blocks
Yeah.
from it. There was no chance they could do that.
Let's go to Mitch. Mitch, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Mitch.
Hey, then, guys. Hope everything's okay there, but I know it's been a while. So, sorry, I'm donating to this dog rescue.
No, nice, man.
So it's very good. Well, thank you. I like the way it is. You just gotta make the shots. I wish there'd be more emphasis on the dunk. Maybe but I wish the commissioner would put a team in Vegas and Seattle. What is taking so long?
That's gonna happen within 3 years.
Yeah.
I'm predicting 26-27 is maybe the first season, but maybe 27-28. But there'll be a team in Seattle and there'll be a team in Vegas. They're at 30 right now. 32 is the perfect number. That's what the NFL has. And so that's what they'll do. They'll bring in Seattle, they'll bring in Vegas, and then, thank God, they'll make a geographic adjustment and move New Orleans and Memphis to the east.
That will make a lot more sense.
Yep, and it'll make everyone's life easier.
Let's go. It's our friend Portia, my favorite podcaster. Portia, you're on with Sports Graffiti. What's going on, Portia?
I just wanted to tell you guys, I pray for all the wildfires in L.A. and John Ireland. I'm so looking forward to meeting you guys, and I can't wait. I have former Laker legends coming on my podcast this week.
Oh, good. Who do you know who it is yet?
The one and only Hall of Famer that just got his jersey retired is coming on my podcast for the first time.
Michael
Cooper.
Great guy. You'll love having him.
Great guest,
Yeah,
Portia.
very thankful to be in the hall. Very thankful for the way everyone has kind of shared this with him.
Yeah.
He told me the other day we had him on in a third chair kind of situation, and he said his favorite part of all this was doing it all with his teammates, that they've all been at everything. They all went to Springfield.
To the Hall of Fame,
They all
yeah.
came out the other night.
That
He
is
said
cool.
that's the best part of it.
Yeah. Portia, let us know. Tweet at us when that podcast comes out. We'll definitely share it with everybody. Let's go to Nadav. Nadav, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's up, man?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good, man.
Thank you. Ireland, I love your idea of getting rid of illegal defense.
It's
I
stupid.
think that also brings back it's very stupid, and it brings back also the importance of a bruiser. Like Shaq, and back in the days, like in the 90s, early 2000s, a big man in the middle, right? And if you do that, it actually will help slow down the game, bring back a little bit more bruising, finesse, posting. I love posting. I think we all loved Kobie with his back against the basket.
Right.
And I feel like by eliminating legal defense, that brings posting back even more importantly.
Yeah, Nadav, I'm in favor of almost anything. If a good way to find out whether or not I like it is, does the rule stop the game?
Right.
If the rule stops the game, I'm probably against it. I want the game to move. Last night's game, Greg, look this up. Last night's game had such a great pace.
It did.
I think the game was about. It might have been less than 2 hours. It just moved, and I was home by 10 o'clock. I mean, and the game started at 7:10. That's exactly what you're looking at. And it moved, and Tyler Hero was making shots, and LeBron was making shots, and the total runtime of that game last night was maybe 2 hours. And that's exactly what you want to get back
That's
to.
exactly right, too. That's the right length. Let's go to Bobby. Bobby, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's happening, Bobby?
Yes, hi. Why don't they just relegate three-pointers to the fourth quarter?
Yeah.
It's so simple, and I think it solves the problem. Also, why do they call assists dimes? Thanks.
That's actually, I don't know why they call assists dimes. Do you?
I don't. I'll Google it.
When did that start?
Yeah, that is unusual.
Do you ever use that term?
Not a lot, but
because it is thought to reference the old cost of a phone call from a payphone, which was a dime. Essentially, dropping a dime means setting someone up
for information or assisting someone,
There you
like
go.
making a phone call at a payphone.
So it's like dropping a dime
Okay.
on a phone.
Who
Never in a million years would I have come up with that.
Who knew?
Let's get one more, and let's go to Patrick. Patrick, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's happening, Patrick?
Hey, fellas. Yeah, thanks for the time. With regard to basketball and offense, we see everybody running the same offense. It's 4 guys out, 1 guy in, or 5 guys out. Everybody's on the perimeter. Nobody operates anything else. The triangle obviously will never come back. The Princeton, we'll never see that again. I guess this is a motion offense. Everybody's running the same thing. Everybody runs the same. All these people on the perimeter. It's very boring. I mean, it's irritating to see this.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, coaches, Patrick, want to play fast.
Yes.
I mean, you talk to coaches, like you talk to JJ, he'll say, we have an athletic team. We'd like to get out and run. We'd like to play fast. We need to make rules that encourage that.
Correct.
In other words, if you don't have goaltending, if you don't have illegal defense, if you don't have fouls that stop the game and send somebody to the free throw line.
Right.
Think about it. Every time there's after the 5th foul.
Yep.
Every time there's a foul, you're looking at your phone, you're messing around, you're going to the bathroom. What if I got rid of, last night, there were not a ton of free throws, but on an average night, each team will shoot about 25 free throws.
Right.
What if I cut that to 10?
Oh, it's awesome.
Be a game changer.
Yeah. Yeah. And by the way, we've talked about it, but the instant replay, I'm done with
Just
in
get
all
rid of
sports.
it.
Just get rid of instant replay. I just don't
I've
like
completely come around to your side on this.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I was, you have the technology, let's get it right.
Let's get
but
the call
they get
on the
it
floor.
wrong so much and they waste so much time. I would just get rid of it.
Yeah, I think that's
Completely.
the right thing. All right, we got Smallman coming up next. Is that
Yes,
right?
sir.
All right. Michelle Smallman from
We haven't talked to her in a
Unsportsmanlike with
while.
Evan Canty and Michelle. First time in 2025. And I want to let everybody know that next Wednesday you can join me in Ireland.
Yeah.
Live from Ralph's in Redondo Beach as we team up with BBGO to support the Los Angeles Regional Food Bank's relief efforts for victims of the Southern California wildfires. More details to come. Sasha Vujicic is going to be there. So is Robert Ory. Wednesday, that's next Wednesday, January 22nd, noon to 3 with us at the Ralph's in Redondo Beach. All right, sleeper picks. You know, I love sleeper picks. In fact, I've already got a sleeper pick rolling for tonight, which involves the big Cavs OKC
What
game.
is it? Which one did you what'd you bet?
Okay, I have got hang on a second. I've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over 32.5 points, more than. I've got Donovan Mitchell more than 21.5 points, and I've got Evan Mobley for a double-double.
I like all those.
That's a winner. Yeah. That's a winner right there. Hey, if you are not playing sleeper picks, what the hell are you waiting for? It is so much fun. You can get action on every single game, and it makes every game more fun to watch. And don't forget, right now, a special offer from Sleeper Picks. Enter $5. And with code 710, you get $55 in play. Again, that's Sleeper Picks. All you do, pick at least 2 players' projected stats, put together a little parlay. You can win up to 1,000 times your money. Download the Sleeper app today. $5 in, $55 in free entries when you use code 710. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. Out of 18 years old, promo code location and other restrictions apply. Minimum deposit $25. See terms of use for details. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-426-2537 for help.
The Kings have shifted their focus to British Columbia as they look to get back on track against the reigning Pacific Division champion, Vancouver Canucks. The Kings have been the best defensive team in the NHL this season, but Captain Ajay Kopitar says they need to get back to scoring goals too.
It seems like last few games we've played, it's been, low-scoring affair. So, we got to make sure that we stick with the tight checking, but when we do get chances to find a way to score goals.
It's the Kings and the Canucks tonight at 7 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Next Gen is the official plumbing, heating, and AC company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. Next Gen is the absolute best in the biz with thousands of 5-star reviews online to prove it. Looking for an all-star deal on home comfort? Call Next Gen. For just $14.99 a month, you'll score year-round coverage on all of your plumbing, heating, and AC needs. You heard it right. For just $14.99 a month, you'll experience coverage and comfort all season long. No unexpected timeouts, just total peace of mind. As a Next Gen member, you'll enjoy complimentary multi-point inspections, cooling tune-ups, plumbing and safety inspections, and exclusive members-only savings. Plus, you'll have a VIP guaranteed 2-hour priority service appointment. Sign up today to become a Next Gen VIP. Don't miss out. Call 833-3-NEXT-GEN. Next Gen is the only name you need to remember for comfort and reliability all season long. That's 833-3-NEXT-GEN or visit nextgenaironplumbing.com.
NEXGEN, call 833-3-NEXT-GEN.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now, but I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TOUCHDOWN for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TOUCHDOWN for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TOUCHDOWN.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-777-1225. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-777-1225. That's 800-777-1225 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-777-1225. 800-777-1225.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason in Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
What's up, people? It is Thursday. We're counting down to the weekend of playoff football action. It is divisional round weekend. Rams at the Eagles in a big game Sunday at noon. Joining us right now to talk a little NFL playoff action is our friend Michelle Smallman, who is on Unsportsmanlike with Evan Canty and Michelle. Smallman, what's going on?
How are you guys doing? It's great to catch up with you
Happy
again.
New
First
Year's.
time in the new year.
Yeah.
How were your holidays, Michelle? How were your holidays, Michelle? Did you survive?
I did survive. I had a good, long 2-week break in St. Louis. It was great to kind of chill for a little bit and spend some time with family.
Nice.
All right, so most importantly, I'm going to be there in 2 weeks with the Lakers. How cold is it?
Oh, well, I'm excited that you're going to be here. We'll have to catch up and see one another, meet in person for the first time.
Oh,
That'll
that'd be fun.
thrilling.
Yeah, I'll make it happen.
But oh my God, I would love that. We'll pack your coat and pack your scarf and pack a beanie and probably some gloves because it is freezing here right now.
Yeah, is it?
Not warm at all.
Okay, so let's start there because you took me right. We're very excited about the Rams here. We're the Rams station. I know for people who don't know, Michelle is a St. Louis girl, so she hates the Rams because they left her high and dry. But but you, to your credit, you are objective when we talk about these games. So I think the weather is going to work against the Rams. How about you? Do you think the weather plays into this game at all?
Probably just a little bit. I would imagine that going from the warmth of LA and being in a dome like that, that's not going to be favorable. But I still think the Rams have such a chance in this game. This actually is the hardest game of the entire weekend slate for me to pick. I truly could see this one going either way.
Wow.
I don't know if you want to get into it now.
Yeah,
but I can
let's
really
do
get
it.
this one going.
No, Michelle, the Eagles boat raced the Rams in SoFi.
Worst loss of the year.
About a month and a half ago. Why do you think it might be different this time?
Yeah, what was it, week 12? Saquon went off in that game.
Right.
So, yeah, absolutely. So, a couple reasons. First of all, looking at this, let's start with the Eagles side of this. Okay, the Eagles-Packers game, Jalen Hurts kind of struggled to find a rhythm. You know, that's understandable. He was coming off 2 weeks off because of that concussion. But that Eagles defense was really good. They're more than willing to carry the day, and I think that they could do that in this game, too, versus the Rams. They've only allowed 13 or fewer points in 3 straight games. But I was so impressed with the Rams and how they played the Vikings. We know about Sean McVay. We know about Matt Stafford. We know how lethal that offense can be. But it's the defense that was so surprising to me. They have really grown. They sacked Sam Darnold, 9 times? Kobie Turner had 2. They were unbelievable. But I think when I think about this matchup, I'm going to lean Eagles because they're just so loaded. And you brought up week 12. Saquon was so awesome. I just pulled it up. It was a franchise best 255 rushing yards.
Yep.
He was unstoppable in that game. So I'm going Eagles, but I'm not saying it with my chest. The Rams have that championship DNA, and they're playing for something bigger than themselves right now. By the way, obviously my heart is with LA, sending love and strength and support to everybody who's dealing with the fires and the tragedy that's going on in LA right now. And that stuff matters. You know, when they come out in the LAFD and they talk about playing for their community and having not only their goal in winning a Super Bowl, but uplifting a community that needs it, that stuff matters. So I'm going with the Eagles, but I would not be shocked if the Rams win.
I think they're going to win. I think they're going to win, Smalls. I think the Rams are going to win this game. I think, they're 6-1 since they got boat raced by Philly and since Saquon went for 255 yards. I just think this defense has found itself now. Interesting. The Sean McVay in 12 games has never allowed a 100-yard rusher in the playoffs. Now, I don't know that they're necessarily going to succeed that well with Saquon Barkley, but if they shut him down and make Jalen Hurts do all the work, I think they got a real shot in this game. I think they're going to win it. But let's talk Washington-Detroit. This is the most expensive get-in price ever for an NFL non-Super Bowl game.
No kidding.
I have no idea why. It's over $900 to get into this game.
Why do you think, Michelle?
Because these are two long-suffering fan bases. Washington football fans have been through the ringer. They have been waiting for the dawn of a new day with new ownership, a new head coach, a new GM, a new stud rookie quarterback. And the Lions fans, the same thing. We remember 0-16. We remember two of the all-time greatest players we've ever seen in Megatron and Barry Sanders tapping out and saying, this franchise is so bad, I can't deal with this anymore. So these fans are willing to pay top dollar for a moment like this because they quite literally haven't had it in a long time.
I don't know if I'm the only one. I'm curious what you guys think, but I don't think Detroit's going to the Super Bowl. I know they're the number one seed. I think you can't have that many injuries. I think someone's going to get them. I don't know if it's the Commanders, Michelle. I don't know if it's the Rams or the Eagles, whoever wins that game. But I don't think you can have that many injuries. I think they have 8 starters. 8 of their 22 starters are out. I don't think they can have that many injuries and survive it. Do you think the Lions – are you still picking the Lions to go to the Super Bowl?
I think so. I think I'm going to pick the Lions. The Eagles scare me. They're loaded, and I think the Eagles are more than capable of going on a run to the Super Bowl. But I'm still rolling with the Lions right now because, yes, they have so many injuries. They're depleted, but they're getting healthier. Alex Anzalone is back. David Montgomery is expected to be back. And they proved in the regular season finale versus the Vikings when there was everything on the line that it didn't matter who was out. And they could go against a team that had won that many games in the Vikings, who obviously fell flat in the playoffs. But they showed that they still have the formula to win, and it goes with the offense. I really think the Vikings could absolutely, that the Lions could absolutely go to the Super Bowl, and I think that they're going to roll versus the Commanders. Like on the surface, you'll say, oh, it's a rookie quarterback in Jaden Daniels. He's facing a 15-2 team. He's not a normal rookie. He has the composure of a seasoned vet.
Yep.
I think he's led 5 game-winning drives for crying out loud this season, and the Commanders' defense was great versus Tampa Bay. They held them to under 300 total yards. But I just think that the feel-good story with the Commanders ends this week versus the Lions. They have something to prove. They talked about it in the postgame when they beat the Lions, saying, we hear everybody saying we're too depleted to win a Super Bowl. This was a statement game. And I can only imagine what Ben Johnson has been holding on to dial up in the playoffs. I think the Lions all day.
By the way, if the Rams beat Philly and Washington pulls the surprise at Detroit, you know where the NFC Championship game is, right?
Uh-oh.
SoFi Stadium. You want to come out for the game? Come on out for the game, Michelle.
Well, but I don't know, Michelle. Are you taking any road teams in these 4 games this weekend? The home teams seem pretty good.
Baltimore,
bets.
Buffalo's flip a coin, I think.
Yeah, but I'm going to take the Bills in that one, too. I think that's the best game we're going to see throughout the playoffs, including the Super Bowl. I think this Bills-Ravens game is going to be amazing. I'm so excited for this. It's like a blockbuster movie in my mind. These teams are evenly matched. Both quarterbacks are playing at an MVP level. I think it's going to be a shootout because both teams have averaged 30 points per game during the regular season. But I think we could get into the reasons why, but I still would roll with the Bills there, even though they're an underdog. I think that the Bills are going to win that one. I'm picking the Eagles. I'm picking the Lions. And, I'm going to pick the Chiefs, too. So, no.
Yeah,
no
by the way,
dog.
Chiefs, ho-hum. I think everybody's picking them. I assume they're probably the one guy, the winner of Lamar versus Josh Allen has a chance to knock him off, but it's hard to pick against the Chiefs.
Oh, my gosh, it's so hard to pick against them. So Jason McCourty was on our show this morning, and he called the upset. He said he thinks Houston is going to win the game, and I would love to see that. And as impressive as Houston looked versus the Chargers, they've been so up and down this season. They haven't been the same since they lost Steph Diggs back in Week 8. And this is the back-to-back Super Bowl champs we're talking about here. They won 15 games this season. They're rested. They're healthy. All their starters and key guys are coming back. Chris Jones, Isaiah Pacheco, Juwan Taylor, they're all ready to rock and roll. And Patrick Mahomes is 6-0 in the divisional round. He's not losing this game. He's just not.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not betting against Mahomes until he loses. I'm just not doing
Right.
it. Yeah, he's just too good.
Me either.
Hey, Michelle, you are done with the holidays. You're moving on. 2025. Do you have a New Year's resolution? Is there something you're looking to accomplish? Something you're looking to improve on? Something you're looking to develop? What are you doing?
Oh, I love a resolution and I love a goal. I always have these little challenges that I'm doing. But this year I have a really big resolution and a really big goal. I've decided I'm going to run the New York City Marathon.
No
I've never
way.
run a full
Good for you.
marathon in my Thank you. I've never run a full marathon in my entire life. I'm running a half marathon in every state. I've only done 27, but I've never done a full. But the New York City Marathon, everyone told me when I moved here, they're like, it is the very best day in the city. It's the very best day of the calendar year, and I never really understood it until I was a part of it. It is so intoxicating. It is the best of us. It is everyone coming together.
All right,
to be
Michelle,
so
I have a dumb
I'm doing it.
question. Do you need
Okay,
to?
go ahead.
All right, and again, I specialize in dumb questions, but is this something you would need to qualify for, or do you just sign up?
So there's a lottery, and you have to put your name in to get a bib, and you raise money for charity in order to be able to get that, or you could qualify. I'm definitely not going to qualify because I'm not fast.
Right.
So I will be pairing with a charity, hopefully something potentially to do with the V Foundation. That's TBD. We're working on that. But I would love to use this goal of mine to somehow raise money for a good cause.
All right, so
because
whatever
I'm
your
certainly not going to be doing it for the awards.
Right, Smallman, whatever your charity is, I'm in for the first $100.
Yeah. Me too. I'm in for $101 because I always give $1 more than John. 101 for me.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So
All right, so-
$201. Here
By
we
the way,
go.
there are only two places in every race, Michelle, first and last. So I assume you're finishing last.
Probably, because if you're not first, you are last. So
Exactly.
definitely
There you go.
finishing last.
There you go. All right, Michelle, thanks very much. Happy New Year to you. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you
All right,
soon.
bye, Smallman. See ya.
Bye.
And whenever Smallman's on the show, Bergman.
It's brought to you by PrizePicks. Download the app today and use code 710 to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, run your game.
Coming up next for you, we've got arguably the most talented Los Angeles Ram coming on in the 2 o'clock hour, and we've got some of his best work coming up, too. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, time to tell you about Southern California Toyota dealers. Those of you going through all of this trouble that has come along with the wildfires know you need a reliable vehicle. You just have to have it. You can't have a car breaking down, especially not when you're rebuilding your life. If you're in that boat, go see your Southern California Toyota dealers. They're in this with you. They know that quality and reliability are at a premium at this time of year in L.A. You can choose from an amazing selection. They've got the 25 Land Cruiser, the 25 GR Corolla, or the limited edition 25 Highlander Hybrid. They're dealing on all of them. Great deals waiting for you right now. All you got to do is see your Southern California Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com. Toyota. We make it easy.
And it is a Cosm Ticket Thursday on 710 ESPN. Caller number 7 right now at 877-710 ESPN. You're going to enjoy the rivalry matchup, Lakers-Celtics at Cosm LA. You'll enjoy immersive games in the Dome and the wall-to-wall multi-view display in the Hall at Cosm, the ultimate home for basketball fans. Get your tickets now through Cosm.com or the Cosm mobile app. Or you can win them right now. Caller number 7, 877-710 ESPN wins on a Cosm Ticket Thursday on 710 ESPN.
Hey everybody, it's Cappy here. Hey, if you've been thinking about selling your home, the real estate market is changing right now. So before you call an agent, let's get you to call Seller's Advantage. Seller's Advantage is focused on the seller's needs and will make you a competitive cash offer, and you can close in days. They're the go-to choice for homeowners looking to sell their homes fast. No agents, no commissions. Getting your home ready to list for sale can be expensive and very complicated, and you may not want people walking through your house all day long. Seller's Advantage makes the selling process so easy so that sellers walk away happy. They may even offer you a $10,000 advance to help with all your moving expenses. So get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-2747, or you can go to sellersadvantage.com. That's sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
All right, I've got the chips and soda covered. What about you?
I'm bringing chicharrones and the MVP, guac. Northgate Gonzalez Market makes the best guacamole. It's made fresh every day with quality ingredients, so it's always delicious. And the best part, they make it exactly the way I want it. I get extra jalapenos for me and no jalapenos for the kids. We both win.
Score a touchdown every time with guacamole from Northgate Gonzalez Markets. It makes every party a winner. The guacamole from Northgate Gonzalez Market. It's the flavor that unites us. Northgate Gonzalez Market. Every visit has a story.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL. realfathersrights.com/710 or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights. The Father's Rights Attorneys.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Leaving for the gym so early?
I'm ready to go.
Since you started taking Nugenix Total T, you've been acting like when we met in our 20s.
I feel like myself again. Lower testosterone after turning 40 slowed me down. Nugenix Total T has been a game changer for me.
What is it about Nugenix Total T that's different?
It's a key ingredient called Tesnor. It boosts free and total testosterone to help you get back the drive and energy from your youth. Total T is backed by 5 clinical studies.
I've seen the huge difference it's made for you in the gym, at work, and in the bedroom.
I'm so glad I sent them a text for my complimentary bottle. Text LION to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Nugenix is the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now, and we'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text LION to 321-321. That's LION to 321-321.
And it is Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Derek Henry, the leading rusher in the NFL. That's the name you can't think of.
For a second, yeah. Mason and Ireland.
710 ESPN.
So this is weird. New survey came out. This is from the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission. They say that spam calls are down 50% since 2021. Now, I still get spam calls non-stop.
But you never answer.
Never answer them.
Yeah.
Never answer them. But they keep coming through. I don't believe this down 50% since 2021.
I can't remember the last time I got one, to be honest with you.
Seriously, it's working for you? Because there's apparently
I got one earlier, 10:40 a.m.
A do not call. There's a do not call list that you can be on that I don't think I'm on.
I don't believe that at
You
all.
don't believe that what?
I don't believe that works.
You don't think it
the
helps?
do not call actually does that? No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
it
they're claiming that's why it's down 50%. But I'll tell this story because she's out of town. So she's out of town right now. So Sue Kalinsky, my podcast partner.
Crazy Sue.
Crazy Sue. She starts getting text messages from, I won't say the name of the bank, from a bank. And they keep saying your loan did not go through. And all these text messages, she winds up calling the bank and saying, I don't understand. I don't have a loan with you. And they're like, it's a scam, ma'am. It is a scam. The next day, somebody from social services showed up at her house wondering if there was elder abuse there because Sue got wrapped up in this scam.
Most of the time, if you get an email or a text from a number you don't recognize, it's a scam.
Yeah.
Just don't. I tell my mom, if she gets anything like that, don't
Oh,
respond,
yeah, my mom,
ever.
too. Do not. The older you get, the less likely you should respond to absolutely anything. All right, so Kobie Turner's coming on the show a little bit later on. Fantastic anchor of the Rams defense, which was on fire against Minnesota on Monday. And Kobie Turner is going to join us. He is a musical talent. His nickname is The Conductor. Listen to a little of Kobie Turner, what he's able to do.
There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy, and God, I know I'm one.
Wow. Pipes.
Yeah. Yes. Do you have the Billie Jean one in there?
Is that what he did on The Masked Singer?
No.
No.
Go on YouTube.
Does he
Brian.
do a slow version of Billie Jean?
It was a talent show when he was in college. Do you know where he went to college? I'll look it up.
I can't remember.
And he was in like Pitch Perfect, like
right.
an
He was in an
acapella group.
acapella group. Yeah.
He was in an acapella group, and he came out and sang Billie Jean, the
Wake
Michael
Forest,
Jackson
yeah.
song. He was at Wake Forest, and it is great. I mean, he can actually sing.
So we do have something of his. While Brian looks that up, he actually did a promo for us and sang it. So here it is.
The Rams play on ESPN LA.
Look at that.
I like that.
Look at that.
I like that.
So
can we use
that
that
should be
more
our
often?
New jingle, our new jingle for the station. Remember when you used to have jingles?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are fun. I like those.
All right, let's use that from now
They're
on.
very old school. Yeah, actually, put that on my board. I'll use that. Little Kobie Turner, anytime. He's going to join us next hour on the show. And, of course,
here you go.
Here it is.
Now, Kobie Turner has done something that you want to do. He sung the anthem at a Laker game last year.
Oh, I didn't realize
he
that.
was great.
Oh, I'm sure he was fantastic.
Completely knocked it out of the park.
His voice is very, very superior to mine.
Yeah.
Who was it that sang it last night, the national anthem? He was fantastic.
I never hear it because I took my headphones off to hear Kobie Turner. But normally we're in a break where I'm getting ready to do the starting lineup, so I didn't hear it. I didn't notice.
Whoever it was last night was really, really good.
I still think Mason can do it.
Did you talk to Jeannie yet?
Well, Jeannie's not going to decide that.
I thought it was Jeannie's call.
No, you got to get to Chris Cunanan.
Well, have you talked to Chris Cunanan?
I'll see him tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'll say something.
Seriously, I really want to do it.
He was at your South Bay thing.
Oh, did he give you? You haven't talked.
I haven't talked to him yet.
So you haven't gotten an honest reaction yet.
No.
Yeah.
By the way, it was a guy named Cody Lee who sang that last night. Thank you, Jonathan.
Congratulations to Cody Lee.
Really great.
Really
voice.
good.
Yeah, Jonathan was there last night.
Yep.
Jonathan, can you sing?
Can you sing, Jonathan? He said,
Jonathan?
yeah. Oh, can you sing the ESPN
Jonathan,
song just like Kobie Turner?
Our brand new social media guy can sing.
He
That's
says
what he says. Come on in and sing.
Come on in.
If you say you can do it, you have to come in and do
you
it.
can't just say that and throw it away because we need to hear it. There comes Jonathan.
Oh, on YouTube, somebody got Kobie Turner singing Tennessee Whiskey, too.
Oh, I love that song.
Chris Stapleton song.
Yeah. Now, Jonathan.
Jonathan's our new social media guy. And by the way, he did. I saw him last night walking out. He did report to me. He now has the route memorized.
Got it.
Back here.
So you know the ins and outs. Yeah. Hey, Jonathan. Now, when did you actually start at the station?
My official start date. I don't remember the date, but it was last Monday.
And you're already on the Mason and Ireland show twice since you got here.
I love
it. That's why these jobs are so valuable.
Right. So have you ever sang in front of other people, or is it just something you do like at home in the shower?
No, I actually sang a little bit in church, and me and my brother, we have a song out.
Wait a minute, you have a song out?
Can we find it? Is it like
it's on YouTube?
Okay.
Is it on YouTube?
What's the name of the song?
It's called Complete.
Complete. Can you give us a little?
Just give us a little of it, a cappella. Can you do it?
A little a cappella.
Or are we putting you on the spot too much? You want us to just find it?
Yeah, you could just.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Complete by
his song.
Jared Martin, JaredMartin, and John.
And you're John.
You're John.
That's
Do
my
you
older
like
brother.
going by John?
Well, that's what my mom calls me.
Oh,
so.
does she call you John?
Yeah. JFK Jr. went by that.
John. Yeah. All right, Jonathan. We're going to dig that up and we're going to play it.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, here it is.
Is this it?
Yeah, that's it. That's my brother.
That's your brother singing?
Yeah.
That's Jared.
That's Jared.
It's a nice groove.
A little poppy.
Did you write it?
Yeah, we wrote all of our parts. He wrote the hook, I wrote the verses.
Nice.
This is like a real song.
Okay, so the hook is coming, right? This is the hook.
This is me.
I just want a little bit of FaceTime. Made mistakes, you took it as a bad sign. Let's just run it back, can we rewind?
Okay. This is way better than I thought it would be.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously, this is good.
I didn't know what
really
to
good.
expect, but
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah, no, that's terrific.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Wait, we should have him open for us for one of our live shows.
Oh, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that would be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
All right,
If
Jonathan,
we're still
nice
here
work,
for
man.
the Mandy's, he can do it at the Mandy's. Maybe he'll replace us at the Mandy's
Sure.
if we're not there.
If we're not there, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to get out of here.
Okay.
All right, Jonathan,
Thank you.
congratulations. That's really good.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Very, very well done.
That's a
Look
really
at you, man of many talents.
He wrote the hook and everything.
Yeah, that sounded like a real song.
It's for real. All right, we're going to do some What's Up, Fool coming up next at the top of the hour. I got an interesting list that I want to give you guys a shot at. We'll do that coming up. And What's Up, Fool? Brian's got stuff. Bergman's got stuff. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, a lot of people have been put out of work by these fires. A lot of people. So if you are hiring, you got to use ZipRecruiter. A lot of these people are putting their resumes, uploading them to ZipRecruiter. If you want to find them, go to ZipRecruiter. You can use it for free. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. It helps you find qualified candidates for all your roles fast. How fast? 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. So stop messing around. See why 3.8 million businesses have come to ZipRecruiter for their hiring needs. Again, that website, which you can use for free, ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
The Kings have shifted their focus to British Columbia as they look to get back on track against the reigning Pacific Division champion, Vancouver Canucks. The Kings have been the best defensive team in the NHL this season, but Captain Ajay Kopitar says they need to get back to scoring goals too.
It seems like last few games we've played, it's been, low-scoring affair. So, we got to make sure that we stick with the tight checking, but when we do get chances to find a way to score goals.
It's the Kings and the Canucks tonight at 7 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think you could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text LIKE to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text LIKE to 42424. That's LIKE to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Next Gen is the official plumbing, heating, and AC company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. Next Gen, the absolute best in the biz, with thousands of 5-star reviews online to prove it. Looking for game-changing deals on your home? Call Next Gen. Right now, ESPN LA listeners can book a drain cleaning for just $88. That's right. For just $88, you can keep your plumbing in top shape and ensure that you're game day ready. So don't miss out. Call 833-3NEXGEN today to take advantage of this limited time offer. Next Gen is the name you can trust for home comfort and reliability. That's 833-3NEXGEN. 833-3NEXTGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com to schedule your $88 drain cleaning appointment today.
NEXGEN, call 833-3NEXTGEN.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
What's up, fool? And we've been very excited that What's Up, Fool is made possible by our friends at Dos Hombres. In fact, we've got a special guest voice. Take it away, guest voice.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos hombres.
Look at that. How do I follow that? I don't. So I simply say, take it away, Corporate Greg.
Ooh, going back to the old version. I
Old
like it. I
school,
like it.
yeah.
I like it. All right, so Chandler Parsons is on a podcast with Michelle Beadle and Lou Williams.
Okay.
So he said this the other day, which I'm interested in what you think. Okay. He was talking about how you could argue that Nikola Jokic and Steph Curry are better players than Kobe Bryant, saying most people would say Kareem, Wilt, Bill, Bird, Magic, Tim Duncan, Jokic, or Steph. There's current players you might rank in front of Kobe. He's just saying that to get attention, right?
So he's saying Jokic and who are
Steph
above
of the current
Steph?
of the current players, and I think he also said Durant was one of those as well that was above him.
Yeah, I think he's saying that to get attention. I mean, Kobe is clearly a top 5 all-time player, and you could rank him as high as number 4. Maybe some people have him as number 3. He's also an iconic figure, which is beyond what he did on the court. I think he's looking for attention.
So Durant, 2 titles.
Yep.
Bunch of points.
Yep.
Kobe, 30,000 points.
Yep.
And 5 titles. I don't know how he's doing that math. I just don't.
No.
Yeah, I think he's trying to stir the pot.
Yep.
What's up, Foo?
All right, so
Just
interesting.
wanted to call Chandler Parsons for an idiotic take.
There you go. Good. We love idiotic takes.
Oh, love them. So, what's your take on this? Karl Anthony Towns yesterday in Philadelphia, the Knicks in Philly, out of the game, so sitting on the bench, started the game on the bench with a Philadelphia Eagles little long sleeve shirt kind of jacket in Philadelphia on the road. Later, went and changed. I think it was around halftime. They did interview Jalen Brunson in a little, in between.
Brunson's a Philly fan, too.
Yes, and he said he had no problem with it. Like, we support it kind
Right,
of deal.
sure.
So the team supported him, but apparently got a lot of backlash from fans and media about wearing that. Do you have a problem with that? Should he have waited till the next game? Because, they don't play till Sunday. Or is this what you think on this?
Look, people come from all different cities and all different places. Anthony Davis is a Packers fan, and he grew up in Chicago.
Yeah.
And he wears Green Bay stuff all the time. Why do I care if Karl Anthony Towns is rooting for the Eagles? Kobe Bryant used to root for the Eagles.
Yeah. By the way, if the Eagles were playing New York, I think it would have been different. But they're playing the Rams. I don't know why that's a big
part
deal.
of this too. New York's football teams are awful.
Terrible.
The Jets and the Giants are both terrible. Buffalo's in upstate New York. They're good. Maybe if the Eagles were playing Buffalo, you could. But no, I have zero issue with
Yeah,
this.
no issue
None.
at all. I think that's what do they call that?
I wouldn't even have changed.
Idiotic.
Idiotic take.
They call it a tempest in a teapot. That's an expression.
Brian, I wouldn't even have changed the shirt.
What are you laughing at, Brian?
I've never heard that expression.
Tempest in a teapot.
Really?
Yeah, that's a
No,
new
that's
one,
like a.
I don't know that one either.
Really?
No.
Yeah, look that. It's a good
Idioms
expression.
are
wasted on the young.
Yeah, seriously, you don't know tempest in a teapot.
It's not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Just get
No,
over
it is.
It's okay.
It is.
It's okay.
It is.
It's just
a
not
thing.
a thing
Yeah,
anymore.
it's a
People
popular
don't say that
thing.
stuff.
All the kids are
You're
doing
completely
it.
wrong.
The Zoomers
Either
are into
way, Fox is going to be airing the Super Bowl for free on Tubi. It will have Nielsen ratings attached to it as well. My question is, if it's on Fox already, who's actually going to go to Tubi to watch the Super Bowl?
People that don't have over-the-air broadcast channels. Like in Idaho, at my house there, I don't have cable. I don't have DirecTV.
Do you have one of them gigantic dishes that they always have in the country?
No.
No.
You know what I have?
What?
An Amazon Fire Stick. So I get.
Tell me about the Fire Stick.
And
so you get everything.
Yeah.
But not. I told Greg
so
today.
I would use Tubi.
Not everybody's got cable. And by the way, when I go to my smart TV thing, one of the options is Tubi. So I would use Tubi if I didn't have cable and I couldn't watch it on Fox.
So I don't have cable also, but I mean,
So
I
how are you gonna watch the Super Bowl?
I have the Fox app, and I can watch anything that's on Fox.
How much is that?
You pay for the Fox app, right?
No,
the Fox app is free.
It's free, but I think you might have to have some kind of like direct TV
You
subscription.
once again are stealing.
No, it's not me. So I mean, we're not getting into this.
Ever since we've known you, you've been a thief of TV programming, and you're at it again.
Although
should I dump that? Is that something that should be? I'm kidding.
There are millions of people
That
like
whole
you.
thing, I think, is a tempest in a teapot. Which, by the way, means a minor event that has been blown out of proportion. exactly dead
this
on.
this is a minor event that was blown out of proportion.
Exactly right.
What's up, Foo?
I guys got a old friend. Happy birthday today. Albert Pujols turns 45
Hey,
today.
Albert!
And got me thinking. When you think of Albert Pujols, for me, in my generation, he is like the home run king to me. You know, he did play with Barry Bonds in that kind of era, but Albert Pujols was the true home run king for my generation here. When you think of Pujols, do you think of the St. Louis Cardinals days, him hitting all those home runs as MVPs, or does it kind of leave a lasting image of the Angels and the Dodgers? What's your first thought of Pujols?
It's a great question because when you asked it, when you brought up Albert Pujols, the first thing that popped into my head was not that he was one of the great sluggers of all time, which he was, not that he was arguably the greatest St. Louis Cardinal hitter ever, either him or Stan Musial.
Yep.
What popped into my head was, why did the Angels give him all that money when he was that old?
At that point in his career,
Yeah,
yeah.
That's going to be his lasting legacy is that he's overpaid. And then he actually had kind of a fun little
run with the
turn
Dodgers,
at the Dodgers at the end.
Yeah.
But, yeah, what I thought about Mace was the contract and the money and how the Angels overpaid him.
Yeah, 3-time MVP. Number of times voted number 2 in MVP voting. I remember the very first year, nobody saw him coming. And all of a sudden, he just exploded onto the field. I will. Yeah, the long contract with the Angels is probably the thing that sticks in my head.
It's funny. I don't really think of that. I mean, now that you bring it up, of course, that was a big thing. But I just think of the fact that he was a terrifying hitter. When he was in his prime with the Cardinals, and especially against Houston, remember who was it? Brad Lidge was the closer for Houston.
I remember that.
And he just hit bombs off him in the playoffs. So that's what I remember from him, that he was terrifying when he came
in
to the plate.
2009, he was 29 years old. His wins above replacement was 9.7. Almost 10 wins.
You couldn't pitch to him.
No.
Yeah, he was an unbelievable hitter, but it's weird that that's what I remember more than anything else.
Yeah, I remember he was an anchor around the Angels' neck for a long time.
And they couldn't get rid of him.
Yeah.
What's up, Foo?
Sad one here today. MLB mourns the loss of Bob Uecker, Hall of Fame broadcaster. I think he was with the Brewers since the 70s. Major League
worked
and all
Brian
the movies.
last season when he was 90.
Right. There's actually, I believe, in that celebration they had this last season, the whole, he peed his pants
Yes,
kind
he
of
did.
thing.
He did the I peed my pants thing
Right.
during that celebration. You're right.
And when I think of Uecker, when I was doing some play-by-play stuff for the Padres and all that, we used to play a Brewers highlight every game, no matter what, just for the fact
Just
that,
to get
we're getting Bob
Yeah.
Uecker in. Him and Vince Scully and even Miller up in San Francisco, my 3 probably favorite broadcasters of all time. Where does Bob Uecker's legacy land in, broadcasting?
He falls into a category for me with Harry Carey. Great personality. Everybody loves the guy. Did it for a really long time. He was more about, Vince Scully was about the, descriptive. That was the dew on the grass, and it was all the things that Vince Scully. Bob Uecker was just like an emotion guy. I think the way Harry Carey was an emotion guy, and really, really smart and funny.
Maybe
Dynamite drop-in money.
Maybe the funniest man ever to be a full-time baseball broadcaster. I can't think of another one funnier than him. Can you?
No.
Yeah,
Harry was it, right? Harry
was almost like a, he drinks beer on the air.
He would,
he was almost like a lounge act. Uecker was more like going to stand-up. He was just so good and so funny, and it's a terrible loss for the Brewers and for all of baseball. And Mace, I see you doing that. I see you working right up until the end.
I'm going to.
Yeah, I'm. If I do that, I will kill myself.
No, I think you will.
Yeah, I will. If I die on the job, I'll be so disappointed in myself.
No, I think. Wait a minute. Let's think about that. I know there's a lot of moving pieces here, but I can't imagine. I can see you walking away from Mason in Ireland. I can't see you walking away on your own from the Lakers job.
It will not be on my own.
No, but I'm saying if they let you go,
they
you would
will.
keep going, would you not?
Yeah, but if they don't, I would. But they will.
So
eventually, they'll get me.
So you'll stay with the Lakers, however until they let you go.
Right.
But Mason Island, you'll walk away from.
Maybe before the Mandy's.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, no, okay,
we could all leave.
You'll keep doing contracts. And by the way,
Yeah.
thank you, Radio Michael fan. 161 days, 0 hours, 5 minutes, and 14 seconds
This is
until
it.
your
Right around the corner.
contract.
This
is up.
is it. Yeah.
161 days.
I'll wave to you from Idaho.
Yeah, that's right.
What's up, Foo?
No, there it is.
that was
But it was Bob
Bob Uecker,
Uecker. Yeah, I peed my pants. Yeah. So funny. So funny.
Yeah.
What's up, fool?
I got one more for you
Okay,
guys here.
good.
A little weird one. So when I was driving in today, going past the medium, and they had the lawnmowers out there, fresh cut grass.
Okay.
Window down, got a whiff of that. To me, fresh cut grass is the greatest happy smell for me, and I think it's because I grew up playing baseball. I used to smell that all the time.
Sure.
And it just got me thinking, what's that one smell where it hits you, and no matter what, it just brings a smile to your face?
Baseball game live. When you walk out there and you see the field and it's in the air and there's peanuts and hot dogs and it just the smells at a baseball game are
Oh,
great.
it's fantastic. For me, especially right now, it is Nita Strauss, who is the guitar at the Rams when they have the big rampage, and she does. So when I feel really good about the game when I see Nita Strauss do that.
So for me, it's the smell of chlorine. The chlorine from the pools. There used to be a place called Leslie's Pool Supplies. I think it's pretty much out of business now. But I used to, as a kid, walk in there just to smell the chlorine and then walk out. I love that smell.
Interesting.
Absolutely.
It's a chemical, you know that.
Right? No, yeah. Oh, no.
And by the way,
I swear,
it's
I
not
used to
good
walk
for you
in
big
all the
doses.
time.
Right.
It was in the El Camino Shopping Center. I would go in there, just smell real fast, and then walk out.
So you're on chlorine. You suck
chlorine was
the
great.
Gas out of the Ready Whip. What don't you do?
Well, that was a different. The Wah 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 was. The Wah 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 was a different portion of my life when I was looking for something different. I just
You never
liked
heard him?
that smell.
Did you hear him describe that?
What?
Wah 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 wah. That's when you take the end of the Ready Whip can and you take just the air.
Just take the nitrous oxide.
Let me try it. Give me a Ready Whip can. Let's go.
Look, I've got 5 of them.
You want to sleep?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I never sleep now. What the hell?
So
that will put you to sleep.
Coming up next for you, Kobie Turner's going
For
to
a long
join us
time.
in this next hour. Plus, I got a really interesting question about the highest paid coaches in all of sports. That is coming up.
Wait, did you just say McVay at 2:30?
And we are also getting Sean McVay at 2:30.
Oh, man.
Awesome.
So it's a big Rams hour.
That's
coming
right.
up.
And by
That's
the way,
fantastic.
Steve Avila tomorrow.
Awesome.
Love it.
Guestapalooza. I love it. I want everybody here to make plans to join us. Obviously, everybody here is going to be there, but everybody there. On Wednesday, January 22nd, next Wednesday, live from the Ralphs in Redondo Beach. We're teaming up with our friends at BBGO. We're going to support the L.A. Regional Food Bank's relief efforts for victims of the wildfires. And next Wednesday, when we do that show, noon to 3, again at Ralphs in Redondo Beach, looking for you to bring in new in-the-package items to support the LA Food Bank. Stuff like peanut butter, nut butters, protein-based cracker, anything that's non-perishable, all the way down to bottled water, which is good, non-carbonated drinks. Non-food items are like deodorant, toothpaste, stuff like that, stuff that people that are in this situation actually need. So when we're at Ralph's next week on Wednesday, where you are going to be as well, make sure you bring an item for our collection for LA fire victims with the LA Food Bank. All right, coming up next for you, again, highest paid coaches in all of sports, plus Kobie Turner and Sean McVay, Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The Rams play on ESPN LA.
And it is a Cosm Ticket Thursday on 710 ESPN. Listen every hour, all day long, for your chance to win. Just be caller number 7 at 877-710-ESPN. When you hear the cue to call, you're going to enjoy the rivalry matchup, Lakers-Celtics at Cosm LA. You'll enjoy immersive games in the Dome and the wall-to-wall multi-view display in the hall at
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath and I'm from Silmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. You know, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, you know, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, InsideCrypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
Your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
Yeah, they got a. You know this song? Yeah. Not gonna fly this weekend. Not gonna fly on Sunday. I got a
probably
list.
will.
I have got. Oh, stop.
It's not stop. It's
It's
truth
stop.
telling.
No, it's not. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got a list of the top 10 highest paid coaches in professional sports in the U.S. There are, let me see, 6 NFL coaches and 4 NBA head coaches in the top 10. Take a shot. Highest paid coaches in all of U.S. sports.
I think, Greg,
Mm-hmm.
Andy Reid has got to be either at the top or in the top 3. He gets like $20 million a year.
Yeah, he's absolutely.
All right, Andy Reid is
number
our first
one
guy.
at $20 million a year. No
Yeah.
coach makes more than that.
Okay, so how much does Pop make?
I don't know if he'd be in there. I think you said there are a bunch of NFLs, right?
Yeah, 6 NFL and 4
Okay. Greg, the
NBA.
next
4
one-
NBA. So
Okay.
so NFL, you'd have to go.
No, I know Steve Kerr makes more than Pop.
Okay, I'll go
so
Kerr.
let's go Steve Kerr, number 2.
Number 3, $17.5 million a year.
Okay. I know Sean Payton got paid a boatload to
Oh,
come
he
out of
did to go.
retirement and
Yep,
go to
yep.
Denver. Well, Sean Payton is our third guy.
Sean Payton is number 2, $18 million.
Now,
So you've got 1, 2, 3, and then you're wide open. You got the top
how much
3.
was? Well, he's
what
not
about,
a coach
what about
anymore.
McVay? They redid
Does he
his
make that
deal.
much?
Yeah, they redid his deal.
I'll give it a shot. There's 6 of
All
them.
right,
Tied for 7th, number 15, $7
What about
million
Shanahan?
a year.
Probably up there too. Shanahan.
Did I get that wrong? Tied for 7th, $15 million a year. Yeah.
Okay, I think Tomlin makes more than Shanahan.
Okay, Tomlin, but I think Shanahan has.
Tomlin is number 5, $16 million.
Shanahan probably in there too.
Yeah, we'll go Shanahan too.
Shanahan number 10.
Ooh, he's
$14
in there.
million.
Snuck in there.
Okay.
All right, now let's think about the other NBA guys.
Was
It's
that
gotta
how many?
be-
That was 6 or 5 for the NFL, by the way.
6 NFL, 4 NBA.
Did we get the 6 NFL or are we missing?
Did you get
any?
them?
Yeah,
You're
we're missing any more NFL because then they would have to, one
We're missing-
NFL.
Oh, it's Harbaugh.
Yeah, Harbaugh.
It's gotta
Harbaugh
be.
is right, yeah.
Yeah.
And tied for 5th, $16
All
million
right,
a
so
year.
we don't have any strikes yet, so we can mess around a little bit with these NBA ones.
Okay, so Pop, I think would.
Hold on. Spoelstra just redid his deal.
Yep, I'd
And
go Spoelstra.
So Spoelstra's going to be in there.
Number 7, $15 million a year.
Tibbs, how much does Tibbs make?
No, not that much.
Okay. What about? So try and think of the big.
I think
place.
Pop is going to be there.
Yeah,
Let's go
Popovich.
Greg Popovich.
Number 4,
Yeah.
$17 million a year. You
What
are
are we
only missing
missing?
one on the list.
What number?
Number tied for 7th.
Tied for 7th.
All right.
$15 million a year.
So
Oh, I think I know who it is.
Ty Lue.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ty Lue.
Because he
Ty
works
Lue
for
is it.
Bomber.
Yeah, Ty Lue.
Hey, look at
15
that.
million a year. That was
Just a
very
little back and
impressive.
forth. Knock that out.
I like that. Good work, guys. That was good. Yeah, Andy Reid's top, $20 million a year. By the way, a lot of people. You sent this by today, and we got Kobie Turner coming up, and we've got Sean McVay coming up.
Yeah.
Was your question on your email today Kansas City versus the
yeah,
field?
Okay, so this is fun. I want to try it on you 3 guys. All right, I'm going to give you 2 choices.
Okay.
All right. Greg, you go first. Choice A, this is to win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Choice A is you get Kansas City and any other team of your choice. Anyone you want.
I can pick 2 choices. Okay.
No, one has to be the Chiefs.
and one
and
choice.
you get to pick one.
Love
Or
this.
the other one is the field. Everybody else.
I'll take the Chiefs and the Eagles, and I win.
All right, Brian, what do you think?
That was my 2 teams too. Chiefs, Eagles. I
Right.
think would be.
So you would
my
do
play
that
as well.
rather than the field.
Than the
If you
field,
take the field, you're silly.
No. I'm taking the field.
You're nuts.
I am also taking the field.
And here's why. I think the Ravens might win the whole thing. And I get the Rams, and I get
Detroit.
Buffalo,
Yeah,
and I
Rams
get
not winning.
Detroit.
Detroit, sure.
What do you
Buffalo.
mean Rams not winning?
Yeah, what is wrong with you?
Just because we're on the station doesn't mean I have to
Yes, it
lie.
does.
Yes, you
it doesn't
do.
mean I have to
Yes,
lie.
it
I'm
does.
sorry.
Lie. Seriously, Kobie Turner's
Take it.
actually.
Hey, Greg, take it from the voice of the Lakers. Lie or die.
But you get paid by the Lakers. I don't get paid by the Rams.
Yeah.
So
No, I think legit, not just. Well, there's some heart in there, but I do think there's some heart in there.
like if you had to put a percentage on the heart versus reality, what is the heart percentage?
41% heart.
No, that's not. It's higher.
59% football intellect.
No,
I'll take
So
the
make sure
Rams to win.
It shows your football intellect.
You're with me. You'll take the field.
I'm taking the field,
All right,
absolutely.
So
I have 2 and 2.
I don't
Wait a
think
minute.
Kansas City wins this
Wait
year.
a minute.
Oh, for sure they do.
All of our mythical money renewed, right?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Everybody throws 10 grand of mythical money in there. If one of your teams wins, Mason and I give you two the 20 grand, 10 grand each.
Okay.
If one of the field teams wins, you guys give us 20 grand, 10 grand each.
Okay, and this is all just up and up.
Straight up.
Straight
and
up. No
odds.
No odds.
If the Eagles or the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, you guys get the money. If anyone else wins it, Mason and I get the money. Okay.
And after this weekend, you will be down to just the Chiefs because my
all we need.
59% of me, my football intellect says Rams win on Sunday.
Well, we still have 2 teams.
You still have 2. You have Eagles and
Well, there are 8.
Chiefs.
There
So
are 8
if they have
teams
to
left.
both
you
lose.
have 2 of the 8,
Yep.
and after this weekend, you could have 2 of the 4.
Yeah, we will have 2 of the 4.
Yeah.
That's Brian. I like our odds.
I'm telling
Can't
you.
bet
Well,
against
if
the
the home
Chiefs.
team wins, you guys are all set.
You guys are going to regret this. You're
Yeah.
going to regret it. I'm telling you, not jumping on this Rams thing when you can. Because I'll tell you what, Bergman, it's more fun to be a Rams fan than it is to be a Raiders fan. I'll tell you that much.
What does that have? Why are you bringing up the
Although-
Raiders in a moment like this?
Greg,
We're not talking
Because you're
about
a
them.
Raiders
No,
fan.
I am, but they're not in the playoffs.
3
Correct.
different people, unsolicited. I heard from 3 people today, and one last night at the game, that are all telling me Ben Johnson's coming to the Raiders.
It looks like it's Ben Johnson.
Okay.
There's talk
Which
all
I
over
would
the place.
be elated.
Absolutely.
Then we just got to go get a quarterback.
Okay, here's where I've got an issue.
Yeah.
So Tom Brady is a minority owner and apparently taking more control over the coaching search and the quarterback search and all that stuff with the Raiders.
Right.
He is calling the Lions Commanders game on Saturday, which means that he will be calling a game where Ben Johnson is the offensive coordinator. If that is not a total and complete conflict of interest, I don't know what is.
But why wasn't it a conflict of interest when John Gruden was calling all the Monday night games and then the next year he took the Raider job?
Because he didn't continue calling Monday night games. What we're talking about here is a guy that's got complete control, has control and is certainly influential in the hiring. What does he say about when they cut away to Ben Johnson? What does he say?
Hey,
That's
I
my
talked to him last night. We're looking good.
Me and Ben are tight. We've been having conversations. This is why I think this is Tom Brady one and done in the broadcast
Well,
booth.
you're not the only one predicting that. Andrew Marchand, who is a pretty savvy media
No, he
columnist,
is,
has been beating that drum for a month.
But you got to admit that's a conflict of interest.
It is, but I don't necessarily know if that'll cost him the gig.
Well, no, I'm not. I don't think that.
You think he would walk away?
I think he'd walk away.
Did you hear him over the weekend, this last weekend? I forgot which game he was doing, but it was terrible.
Yeah, by the way, Vince Wilfork, I don't know if you heard this week, but a teammate of Brady's, they asked him specifically, I think Boomer Esiason on the radio show in New York asked him specifically what he thinks of Brady, the broadcaster, and he said, I like him more as my quarterback.
Well, it was.
Damning with faint praise.
He was trying to do the Tony Romo thing where he was guessing what's going to. At one point, it was a fourth down. He's like, "Oh no, they're definitely running the ball here," and they threw the ball. He was completely off, and it was not good.
I think he's fine. That is,
but you don't want
not,
that.
You don't
the
want
number one guy.
fine.
Yeah, the number one guy you don't want fine.
Fine, exactly. He's the number one guy. Give me Greg Olson.
Yep.
Who is tremendous. By the way, I think Troy Aikman is so far up my list now. Was so
great.
good in that game on Monday. Just terrific. Really insightful. Hot takes in the middle of it, like saying this is probably Sam Darnold's last game as a Viking. You don't hear color commentary guys say that very often. I thought he was just on fire on Monday.
He was really, really good. But, hey, can I work something out with you guys on the air right now?
Yeah.
So it looks like they're not off the field. The Rams are not off the field yet.
Okay.
The Rams are saying that closer to 3 for Coach and Turner closer to 2:30. Do you want to do Game of Games next?
Sure.
To be able to get it in?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we'll get it in, and then that way we'll leave the last half hour open, and if it happens, it happens.
So it goes to both of them.
Okay,
Yeah, so let's do Game of Games.
Yeah, because it's Brian's game, and he always does good games.
Yeah.
So let's do it.
Brian's game today. We will do Game of Games next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. You know, I love my partnership with the Southern California Hyundai dealers. I drive an Elantra, smoking car, totally dig it. And I'm getting great gas mileage because it's a hybrid. The Hyundai Ioniq 6 you should definitely try out. Spectacular EV with long driving range and cutting-edge technology. The Sonata is super sharp. The Santa Fe, if you want to go SUV. As always, every new Hyundai comes with America's best warranty. 3 years or 36,000 miles of complimentary maintenance. Add more joy to every journey in a brand-new Hyundai. Visit buyhyundai.com or see your SoCal Hyundai dealer today. Mason and Ireland, 710 ES.
Every hour, all day long, for your chance to win. Just be caller number 7 at 877-710-ESPN. When you hear the cue to call, you're going to enjoy the rivalry matchup, Lakers-Celtics at Cosm LA. You'll enjoy immersive games in the Dome and the wall-to-wall multi-view display in the Hall at Cosm, the ultimate home for basketball fans. Get your tickets now through Cosm.com or the Cosm mobile app on a Cosm Ticket Thursday on 710 ESPN.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted a colonial with high ceilings, hardwood floors, and a peaceful neighborhood. And you found it. Now, every Saturday at 6 a.m., you get to wake to the sound of your neighbor's leaf blower. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
I've just been feeling so sluggish lately. You should try the Metamucil 2-Week Challenge. The Metamucil 2-Week Challenge? Yeah, Metamucil 4-in-1 Fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Start your daily routine now, and in 2 weeks, you could be feeling great. Well, it's been 2 weeks. How you feeling? Lighter and feeling great.
If you want to feel lighter by promoting digestive health, sign up to take the 2-week challenge at Metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL. realfathersrights.com/710 or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights, the Father's Rights Attorneys.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text LIKE to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text LIKE to 42424. That's LIKE to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland.
Game of Games.
Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time, and it is Brian Cohen's game today because we've got Kobie Turner and Sean McVay coming up. We're doing it a little bit earlier. Brian, what do you got?
So this Saturday is National Popcorn Day, and it led me on a rabbit hole about movies, and then I got this IMDb list, the worst movies.
Okay.
So you're going to guess which one is ranked lower, meaning
Lower.
the
We're
worst.
looking for the worst of the two.
The
or
worst
the
of the
three.
two.
However many you
Interesting.
give us.
Okay, good game.
Blame it on the bellboy. Terrible.
There we go. What's worse? Going Overboard, starring Adam Sandler and Billy Bob Thornton, or Meet the Spartans, the 300 spoof?
That
Greg.
was so bad. That movie was so... Meet the Spartans. That was awful.
Mace.
Meet the Spartans.
I'm also going to Meet the Spartans. DeAndre Hawkins.
Meet the Spartans.
It is Going Overboard.
Oh, we all missed it.
Wow. Sandler, come on, man.
Number
Tough
2
one.
here.
Okay.
What's worse, Cats, the 2019 film, or Glitter, 2001, starring Mariah Carey?
Wow.
Carey, yeah.
That's tough.
I feel like I know this one. Mace, you go.
Mariah Carey.
I'm going the other way. Cats. It was awful.
It was awful.
DeAndre.
I'm going Glitter.
Greg.
Yeah, I'm going Cats. That was panned so hard.
It is Cats.
Yeah,
It was awful.
And wasn't Greg? Wasn't like Taylor Swift?
Yeah,
in it
Taylor
and
Swift was in it.
James
They had, like,
Corden's in
big
it.
names in it,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
was just awful.
Right.
And they did CGI of like fur on them. It was so weird.
It was a mess.
Terrible. All right,
number
what's
3
next,
here.
Brian?
What's worse? Kazam, starring Shaq.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Or 1987's Jaws: The Revenge.
I refuse to besmirch Shaquille O'Neal. I
Thank you.
saw Kazam. It wasn't that bad. Jaws: The Revenge is my answer. DeAndre.
I'm going Kazam.
You're going Kazam. How hater.
Seriously.
Bergman.
I watched Kazam over and over again as
Yeah.
a kid. I loved that movie.
Kazam is crap.
1,000%
I say
Jaws
Kazam.
the Return or
All right,
whatever it
Mace,
is.
what's your answer?
Kazam.
All right, what's the answer,
It is
Brian?
Jaws: The Revenge.
That's right. That's right. That's right. It better be.
You two deserve that for mocking Shaquille O'Neal on this radio station. How could you?
Number 4 here. What's worse? Scary Movie 5, the Wayne Brothers production, or Dumb and Dumber When Harry Met Lloyd?
The Dumb and Dumberer.
Yes, Dumb and Dumberer.
Now, but Carrie and Daniels are in that
They are.
Dumber and Dumberer, right? Yeah. Okay, DeAndre, you go first this time.
I'll do the Dumber and Dumber.
Okay, Greg.
Dumb and Dumberer.
Mace.
What's the other one?
Scary Movie 5.
Scary Movie 5.
I'm going Dumb and Dumberer.
And you're glad you are. It is Dumb and Dumberer.
Hey, I'm on the board.
Steal a point somewhere, but I'm
It
not
was
doing
30 years later,
All right,
and it
so,
just didn't work.
Ireland 3, Bergman 3, DeAndre 1, Mason 0.
Nothing.
All right, Brian, what's that?
Number 5. What's worse? 2002's movie Master of Disguise or Spy Kids 4?
Turtle.
Greg,
Yes.
this is you.
Okay, Master of Disguise is God, what was his name? Either way, it was
Dana Carvey.
Dana Carvey.
Yes.
Thank you, Dana Carvey. He's very funny. I'm going the other way. The Spy Kids 75.
Mace.
Dana Carvey.
No.
Yeah.
I'm also going Dana Carvey.
Yeah.
DeAndre.
I'm going to go Spy Kids.
All right, what's the answer?
It is Dana Carvey, Master
No.
of Disguise.
No. Turtle.
That gives
Turtle.
me the lead
What a
and
great
puts
movie.
Mace on the board.
On the board.
All right, what's the next one, Brian?
What's worse? The Love Guru starring Michael Myers and Justin Timberlake?
That was an awful
it didn't work.
movie.
Or 1997's Spice World?
Oh.
Spice Girls.
Okay. Mace, this is you.
Spice World.
No, it's the other one. Hey, what was that?
The Love Guru.
Yeah, I think
It was pretty bad.
I think Jessica Alba's in that movie.
She is, yeah.
It is awful. I'm going Love Guru. DeAndre.
Love Guru.
Greg.
Yeah, too many people love the Spice Girls who just like the movie, so Love Guru.
Love Guru is bad, but it is Spice World.
Nice.
Mace picking up
there.
ground.
Yeah.
All right, Ireland 4, Bergman 3, Mason 2, DeAndre 1.
What's worse?
Come on,
2020's Breach starring Bruce Willis or 2000's Battlefield Earth starring John Travolta?
Now, this is simply rated on like
Rotten
IMDb.
Tomatoes score, right?
IMDb.
Oh, IMDb.
So it's
okay.
not which made, because I think Battlefield Earth actually made some money, but it was awful. I'm going Battlefield Earth. DeAndre.
Same. I'm going that one too.
Battlefield Earth. Greg.
What was the other one?
Breach 2020, starring Bruce Willis.
I think I'm going to go Breach.
All right, Mace.
It's a weird one to put in there.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Breach.
What is it, Brian?
It is Battlefield Earth.
Oh,
John
yeah.
Travolta.
Battlefield Earth is terrible. It's like funny terrible.
Yeah, John Travolta. Brian, how many are left?
3 left.
Okay, I'll go first on
Am I
these.
out, I think?
No, you're barely alive.
Barely
you have to go
alive.
opposite of me.
Okay.
And I'm 2 back.
You are 2 back. Yeah, DeAndre, you're 3 back.
Oh, man.
Okay.
All right, what's worth? Or, sorry, 2 left. Only 2 left here.
Oh, that means that it's just me and Bergman.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
What's worse, the 2005 Son of the Mask or 1997 Batman and Robin?
Oh, both so bad.
That was the Clooney one, right?
Yeah, the Clooney one.
Yeah.
Chris O'Donnell.
I'm going to go Son of the Mask.
All right, well, the terrible, terrible Batman with his nipples.
Nipples, right.
It is Son of the Mask.
Oh, so let's do
So
last.
Ireland gets the win.
I think that's 3 in a row there,
Yeah.
Bergman. Where you at?
I don't know. I
Where
wasn't
are
here
you at?
yesterday.
Yeah, we keeping score?
We are. I don't know where it is, though.
Yeah, Ireland won yesterday.
Yeah, and
I think
won
Laura got it.
Yeah. And then I won on Monday, too.
Oh, so
yeah,
right,
no, Ireland's on a serious roll.
As
Yeah.
of right now, it's okay. This says Mason 2, Ireland 3, Laura 1.
Okay.
Sound right?
That
Fair
sounds
enough.
right.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah, close enough. I know I've won a couple of times this month to start the year. Yeah, those are. You know, do you watch?
Do we do the tiebreaker?
Oh, yeah, do
you
the
wanna
tiebreaker
do it,
for
Brian,
fun.
just for
Sure.
Yeah, I got a tiebreaker. So the number 1 worst rated movie is Disaster Movie 2008.
It was bad.
What
Oh, that's a
percentage?
send-up of disaster movies, yeah.
What percentage of reviews were deemed negative reviews?
Okay, I'm going to go, negative, so it's going to be a high number. Okay, I got a number.
Okay, I got one.
Okay, got
All
it.
right, I went 93%.
Oh,
I went 96%.
I went 92.
95.
98%.
98%. Negative reviews.
98%.
What were the
Bad.
2%
I
thinking?
think about Mick Bates. You've worked on a couple movies.
Yeah.
Think about all the people that worked on that movie and the money they spent to get it done. And 98% of the people who saw it hated it.
Yeah. I try to give every movie the benefit of the doubt. And
Yeah,
people
you do.
make fun of me for that, but, you know.
I know how much you put into this, so I like it.
Wait a minute. I know how many people and how much work goes into it, so I'm like, good for you guys. I'm not going to trash your movie.
But if it's a bad movie,
I'm not a
you-
movie trasher.
You should trash it if it's a bad movie.
No, I don't have to trash
Ireland,
it.
should you trash a bad movie?
You should.
Thank
you
you.
shouldn't.
All right,
If
DeAndre,
it's bad,
trash a bad movie.
why would you send
I'll
someone
say-
to a bad movie?
No, I'm not. All I'm saying is I won't trash it. Like a movie can be not my taste, not my thing, doesn't work, whatever reason. But there's still so many people that worked on it.
Did you see Disaster Movie?
I
terrible.
I missed that one. What are the highest rated movies on IMDb? The last time I heard, Shawshank
yeah.
Redemption was number one.
The weird one is Paddington 2 is always super
People
high on the
love
list.
I think
Paddingtons.
Citizen Kane is up there. And, Godfather's up there.
Here you go. Here's the top couple. Shawshank is still number one. Masterpiece. Godfather's number 2. The Dark Knight, Christopher Nolan, number 3. Godfather 2, number 4. And 12 Angry Men from 1957 is number 5. Those are the highest rated. Shawshank is just a total masterpiece. I will watch that when it comes by. Always.
So Lisa is coming with me to New York, not on this trip, but when we go back in March.
Yep.
And shout out to my buddy Harris Rosner, who always hooks me up with stuff like this.
What are you going to see? Is it Sunset Boulevard?
Glengarry Glen Ross.
Oh, yeah.
With Kieran Culkin
And Bob Odenkirk,
Odenkirk. Yeah, can't wait.
Yeah, and by the way, who's the comic in it? Bill Burr is
Yeah.
in that. Yeah, no, it's a really interesting
Yeah,
cast.
I'm there on the second night. It
Oh,
opens the
nice.
night before I get there, and then we're going second
Oh,
night.
that's very cool.
Yeah.
Let's get a break in. We're expecting Kobie Turner at some point. Sean McVay coming up for you closer to 3. In the meantime, me and Shadano are always telling you about Jacob Imrani, and right now in particular is an important time. The fires have devastated Southern California. And there are a lot of people suffering and a lot of people dealing with the fallout of all this. I got to tell you, if you're looking for somebody to help you, if you've lost your home, If your home has been damaged, if you're displaced, Jacob Imrani can be there and to help you with that. You want to remember 844-24-JACOB, particularly if you were part of the Eaton fire. 844-24-JACOB is the phone number. Deeply involved in helping people recover from this tragedy. Me, Shadano, all of us here at 710 want to make sure you know that Jacob Imrani is there for you to support you and to help you through your recovery. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB, or easy to remember, calljacob.com. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The Kings have shifted their focus to British Columbia as they look to get back on track against the reigning Pacific Division champion, Vancouver Canucks. The Kings have been the best offensive team in the NHL this season, but Captain Ajay Kopitar says they need to get back to scoring goals too.
It seems like last few games we've played, it's been, low-scoring affair. So, we got to make sure that we stick with the tight checking, but when we do get chances to find a way to score goals.
It's the Kings and the Canucks tonight at 7 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Hey, everybody, it's Cap. Are you looking to sell your home quick and easily without having to do the repairs yourself or worry about whether or not buyers can qualify for new high-interest rate loans? You need to call Seller's Advantage. Thousands of satisfied customers have already done this. They're the go-to choice for homeowners looking to sell their homes fast. Seller's Advantage will buy your home for a competitive cash offer and can close in just days. Not weeks, not months, days. No repairs are needed because they buy the home as is. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. It's no wonder why thousands of sellers have chosen Seller's Advantage. Seller's Advantage is the fastest and the most stress-free way to sell your home. If you're ready to sell now, call Seller's Advantage. Get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, crowd rocking for Rotolo Chevrolet's top hitter, Mike Capozio. He's facing off with the Bulldog, and these two have quite the history. Here's the pitch. Oh, he got all of it. That ball is out of here like a red Corvette, and it's going, and going, and going.
Yes! Dad, are you having that dream again?
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text LIKE to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text LIKE to 42424. That's LIKE to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
The Rams play on ESPN LA.
There's Kobie Turner. For some reason, I thought that was longer. No?
The Rams play on ESPN LA.
Kobie Turner's going to join us coming up here. I want to ask him about he's the conductor, John. We've had this big conversation about conducting and whether or not you need a conductor. We're definitely going to ask him about that. He is that defense is being conducted well by Kobie Turner and, of course, by Chris Shula who's done an amazing job with an incredibly young defense. And you got to give a lot of credit to the Rams organization and Les Snead and the scouting department and Sean McVay and his involvement there. They have put together a defense. I saw Harry Douglas on Get Up this morning. He said the Rams are going to have the best defensive line in the league next year because of what the foundation that they have laid.
And here's a little bit more about that foundation. Here are the 11 starters, okay? Bobby Brown drafted in the 4th round. Quentin Lake, 6th round. Kobie Turner and Byron Young, both 3rd round. Jared Verse, 1st round. Cam Kitchens, 3rd. Omar Spates and Christian Roseboom, undrafted free agents. Roseboom left for Kansas City and then came back.
Yeah.
But that is, loaded with people who aren't first-round draft picks.
Right. He's sort of become the opposite of the FM picks guy. He's got so many picks that are clicking and working right now.
And he signed a couple of free agents, Darius Williams.
And Cam Curl.
Right. And then Akila Witherspoon was initially signed, then was unsigned, then joined the Rams practice squad. Now he's one of their key guys.
Yeah, he played for him last year and then went away, and they brought him back midseason or late in the season.
So I'm getting all this from Albert Breer in Sports Illustrated. He says, here's the really crazy number. The combined cap charges for Monday's starting 11. Okay, so this is the combined cap charge. $21 million. That's only 8% of the salary cap. 8%.
That's incredible.
That means they can spend 92% on offense and special teams.
Yep.
That allows 7 offensive players to carry 8-figure cap numbers and helps the team absorb some missteps in spending. Joe Noteboom, Jonah Jackson, and handle around $35 million in dead cap. Remember when they were getting rid of people like
Jalen Ramsey and Aqib Talib.
And Aaron Donald left.
Yep.
And everybody thought, wow, their defense is going to be bad for a lot of years. No, it's
Yeah.
not.
How the hell did they have a defense that lost Aaron Donald and actually got better? This defense is better than last year's defense, which had Aaron Donald. It's because they've drafted so perfectly over the course of the last couple of years. Even guys, you mentioned Kitchens. These guys are all real contributors out there. And I think on top of this being a great run for the Rams right now, they're going to be really good defensively next year, too, and beyond.
So it's basically like you're saying that stars don't necessarily make good teams, right? Or good defenses, offense, whatever it happens to be.
Depends who the star is. If you have Mahomes, that helps a lot.
Sure, but you mentioned Aqib Talib. You mentioned all those players you mentioned. They got rid of all of them, and then they have a team that listens to the system, listens to the coach, and plays as a team and plays so well.
Well, also
right?
They got younger.
Right, and they're all playing together.
They're playing together.
Listening to the system.
Growing together. I think Chris Shula's done a really good job of bringing them together. If you look at their performance late in the season and into that Monday Night Football game, just tremendous defensively. I just think, I said this yesterday, and I really do mean it. It's really fun to be a Rams fan because you're in it every single year.
So I did this with Travis before you walked into Crosstalk.
Okay.
If you had to fill one of these openings, one of these coaching openings, Saints, Jets, Bears, all these jobs that are open, and I made you pick a side, you can pick a young assistant who's never been a head coach, let's say
Ben
Chris
Johnson.
Shula, Ben Johnson, one of those guys, or somebody else who has been a successful head coach but is available, like Ron Rivera,
Mike McCarthy,
Pete Carroll.
Yes.
Which way would you lean?
I'd lean towards young coordinator.
Okay. I would lean towards veteran experience. I would hire Pete Carroll.
I love Pete. I hope he gets a
Greg, which way
job.
would you lean? Young assistant or guy who's done it?
I think they're all different. I'd go probably Pete Carroll and just deal with the 3 years that you can get from him. I would not go after Ron Rivera. That's the definition of a retread. But if you have to choose between Ron Rivera or a Ben Johnson, I want Ben Johnson.
Yeah, it sort of depends, too, on which team.
Right.
Like for example, Chicago is at the ground
I don't think they
level.
can do another assistant.
You've got to
They
build
tried Matt
something.
Nagy. They tried Matt Eberflus.
McCarthy makes so much sense, I think, in Chicago.
Well,
Pete Carroll does too.
Pete Carroll does too, yeah.
Here's the cautionary tale. Literally, anybody could have had Andy Reid.
Yep.
He left the Eagles. He had a decent run there, but it kind of petered out at the end, and any team could have him. Kansas City had a choice. They could go with one of the young, hot assistants, or they could go hire Andy Reid, who at the time was the definition of a retread.
Right.
He had been 12. They hire Andy Reid, and here they are, 3 out of 4 Super Bowls.
Question. Is it Andy Reid or is it Patrick Mahomes? Like, if Andy Reid had not wound up with Patrick Mahomes, where would Andy Reid be? He landed arguably the greatest quarterback in the history of the game.
Well, they drafted him. Brett Veach and Andy Reid drafted Mahomes.
But without
and moved up to get him.
But without Patrick Mahomes, who's Andy Reid?
I don't know.
He's not winning Super Bowls necessarily.
But he went to the Super Bowl with Donovan McNabb.
He did. You're right.
Ron Rivera went to the Super Bowl with Cam Newton. Why are you so down on Ron Rivera?
Because he's been a head coach in, 3 different places at least?
2, I think.
2. He was in Washington. He was
in Charlotte.
Okay, he was in those 2 places. He was good with Cam Newton, like you said, but he was terrible in Washington, and he was knocked out of that place. And look what happened. Dan Quinn went there, changed everything.
But can't I say?
And by the way, who was a retread?
Yeah,
yeah.
He had one job as a head coach. I don't consider one head coaching job a retread.
But that's a definition of a retread.
I would think 2 or more.
Someone who fizzled out.
So wait, so you're saying after 2 jobs you're done?
No, not you're done. That would be a retread. Like you keep going back to this.
Got it.
So
yeah, not
this
done.
idea of a retread. See, this is I think you got to be careful because last year, and I think about this. This is astounding to me.
Mm-hmm.
Who led the AFC in rushing this year?
The AFC?
Yeah.
Derrick Henry?
Right.
Yeah.
Who had the NFC in rushing?
Saquon Barkley?
Anybody could have had either one of them.
Right.
And nobody wanted because they kept saying, "Oh, they're done."
Yeah.
They, Saquon
or
had
they're expensive, or we don't want to
Saquon
invest
had his
in that.
best years with the Giants. He can't play anymore. Derrick Henry, they've run him into the ground. Don't want him. Anybody could have had him. Anybody. And look at the Ravens and look at the Eagles. They're in the final 8 because they picked up those 2 guys. Retreads are not always bad.
Oh, well, you're talking about players as
Players
opposed
or
to
coaches.
coaches.
Players
Yeah.
or coaches.
No, I thought all those guys. I mean, all those guys worked out. Josh Jacobs worked out. I mean, all those guys that switched teams last year, all the running backs, for the most part, were
And
successful.
Mace, the thing they had in common, any team could have picked him up.
Right.
Well, there was Sam Darnold's basically the same thing. He went
Right.
to a bunch of different places, and it really all depends for the running back and for the quarterback. If you have a good offensive line that can protect you and open up holes, you're going to be good, and that's what's happening with Saquon, with Derrick
But
Henry, all those places.
31 teams couldn't realize that.
Well,
I mean, the Ravens were the only one with a brain.
Probably
I mean,
the price probably came into
Yeah.
play.
I just thought Derrick Henry was kind of, that I ended up winning my fantasy football league this year, but I made a mistake. I had the 8th pick,
Yep.
and I had to pick between Derrick Henry and Kyron Williams. And I took Kyron.
Well,
So
Kyron scored 15 touchdowns.
I was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I won the league. But had I taken Derrick Henry, I would have been better off. I mean, people are afraid, even in fantasy, of taking Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Like Matthew Berry said, I'm not even sure he's a first-round pick.
Yeah, well, I mean, and I think it's fair to say that everybody undervalued running back during this offseason.
Right.
And
you
maybe
look at the teams that are left, and they all have good ones. Rams have Kyron, all right?
Eagles have Saquon.
Redskins have Brian Robbins. Redskins. I call them Commanders.
Exactly.
The Redskins again. Detroit had that 2-headed monster with David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yep.
All the teams.
David Montgomery, who's going to be back for this game.
Joe Mixon in Houston.
Yep.
Still going.
Yep.
So sometimes you got to be. Retreads are not always bad.
No. But I think sometimes in coaching, as opposed to players, in coaching, I think it's different. I mean, Mike McCarthy, I think makes sense in Chicago because he's going to build a program and it's going to be stable.
Would be his
and
third stop.
Nobody's going to get away. But and obviously Dallas didn't go the way that you would hope. I just think if you're desperate for some foundation, you probably want a more experienced head coach. In the case
like
of
the Bears, yeah.
like the Bears job, I think. Raiders got to go Ben Johnson. I mean, that's the guy. And I mean, Tom obviously is going to be doing the game on Saturday. He'll be recruiting Ben.
Ben Johnson's
Raiders.
amazing. Look
Ben
what he's doing on this
Johnson's the
offense.
best, yeah.
He just is one of the best coordinators in the league.
Ben Johnson's overrated, knowing he's going to sign him, trying to talk him down. All right, Kobie Turner's going to join us. Sean McVay's going to join us. All that stuff's coming up as we get ready for the Rams and the Eagles on Sunday at noon. And by the way, if you're able, please help people affected by the wildfires. You can donate at redcross.org/ESPN to help the Red Cross respond and help people recover. Again, that's redcross.org/ESPN. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
And it is a Cosm Ticket Thursday on 710 ESPN. Caller number 7 right now at 877-710 ESPN. You're going to enjoy the rivalry matchup, Lakers-Celtics at Cosm LA. You'll enjoy immersive games in the Dome and the wall-to-wall multi-view display in the Hall at Cosm, the ultimate home for basketball fans. Get your tickets now through Cosm.com or the Cosm mobile app. Or you can win them right now. Caller number 7, 877-710 ESPN wins on a Cosm Ticket Thursday on 710 ESPN.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Every weekday morning at 9 a.m.
I'm going to get back on the horse. There you go. I'm going to do dry. I did it last year. And I'm going to do it again this year.
Dry January.
Yeah.
Started January 1st. We're done.
January 2nd. I went to the Rose Bowl on January 1st. So
you owe me a day.
Okay. I got to get to February 1st. Yeah. I owe you one.
It's Trav and D-Far.
Back tomorrow morning after Greeny on LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it. Did you know that 1 in 4 people seeking treatment for ED are under 40? So you're not alone. And even better, Hims can help. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. It all starts with an online intake form. From there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. Through hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. hims.com/joy.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
All right, so everything is interesting right now. So practice is going long for the Rams. Fill us in, Bergman.
Greg, if we don't get him, they'll probably be on with Sedano and Cap, right?
So I think Coach will still come on. Oh, we lost something. Coach will still be on with us most likely before 3 o'clock. Okay. Kobie Turner will probably be on Sedano and Cap.
Okay. So listen to this, you guys. We were talking the other day about there was probably going to be a benefit concert.
Yes,
right?
yes.
All right, they have set it up. Here's how it's going to work.
Okay. This is at Intuit Dome?
2 venues.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Intuit Dome and the Forum, both on January 30th, which is a Thursday night.
Okay.
I'm going to be in New York, but you can go. Now, you have a tough decision, though. You ready?
Yeah.
Here is who's at the Forum.
Okay.
Billie Eilish and Phineas, Dave Matthews and John Mayer. Dave Matthews, John Mayer. Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
Green Day.
Yeah.
Gracie Abrams, that's J.J. Abrams' daughter, who opened for Taylor Swift. Gwen Stefani.
Yeah.
Jelly Roll.
Wow.
Joni Mitchell.
Damn.
Katy Perry.
Oh.
Okay, that's all at the Forum. Now.
Okay.
You ready for the Intuit Dome?
I'm ready.
Lil Baby.
Okay.
Lady Gaga.
Wow.
Pink. Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh.
Rod Stewart. Stevie Nicks. Steven Stills. Tate McRae. And Sting.
Sting!
I'm going to the Intuit Dome. But I would not be unhappy having to go to the Forum.
Wow. So are tickets on sale yet? Or?
Here are the details. Tickets go on sale January 22nd at noon. Shows start at 6 p.m. 2 venues, 1 night.
Wow.
KTLA is going to televise it.
The whole thing?
Yeah. And donations can be made through fireaidla.org.
Wow. That is cool.
And I got all this from the Intuit Dome
website?
X account. So if you, which is at Intuit Dome, INTUITDOME. But that is insane. By the way, contributions made in connection with Fire Aid will be distributed by the Annenberg Foundation for relief efforts and long-term initiatives to prevent fire disasters in California. But again, I mean, that's insane. Here, I'll give them to you again.
Okay.
At the Forum, Billie Eilish and Phineas, Dave Matthews, John Mayer, Earth, Wind, and Fire, Gracie Abrams, Green Day, Gwen Stefani, Jelly Roll, Joni Mitchell, Katy Perry. I mean, that's just star-studded.
That's incredible.
Then, the one I lean towards, the Intuit Dome, Lil Baby, Lady Gaga, Pink, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Rod Stewart, Steven Stills, Stevie Nicks, Tate McRae, and Sting.
I am slightly on option A.
You're going A. I'm going B, Brian.
I think I'd go B just to see the Chili Peppers.
Chili Peppers,
Greg?
yep.
Yeah, no, I'm going to the Forum. Give me Earth, Wind, and Fire.
You can't go wrong here, by
No.
the way.
No, you cannot go
really
wrong.
can't.
They're gonna
Jelly
make,
Roll
they're
has a
gonna
great
make
voice.
Jelly Roll is
yeah, they're going to make
unbelievable.
a fortune.
Yeah,
Good for them.
Yeah, they really. That's a big positive, and the whole thing's going to be televised.
Yeah, according to Pete Wagorn, who I used to work with at KCAL, sent out a tweet that said the concert for LA streaming live on at KTLA, so it might be streaming, and other platforms.
Wow, that is very cool.
That's
All right,
crazy.
We'll keep you up to date on that.
That's like remember when 9/11 happened and they did the concert for the Americas and they got everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
And they looks like they did it again.
Yeah, that's very cool. Very cool. Well, we'll keep you up to date on that when tickets go on sale and all that stuff. I want to also let you know that we're doing we have a relief effort here at the station for fire victims. You can make plans to join me, Ireland, Bergman, everybody, Wednesday next week from Ralph's in Redondo Beach. We're teaming up with BBGO to support the LA Regional Food Bank's relief efforts for victims of the wildfires. And you want to be out there next Wednesday. We'll be doing the show live from noon to 3. We are collecting non-perishable food items, stuff like fruit snacks and energy bars and tuna and bottled water. We're accepting no clothing, but you can bring stuff like toiletries, like deodorant and toothpaste and toothbrushes and stuff like that, the stuff that people traditionally need when they evacuate their homes. So that's next Wednesday. We want to see you out there, noon to 3 at Ralph's in Redondo Beach.
All right, I want to ask you guys about, I saw this headline on Bro Bible, which is a sports website.
I never heard of it.
And I think it's an incredibly unfair headline.
Okay.
Here's the headline. Derek Carr refuses to help the New Orleans Saints get any better when asked about a pay cut. Okay, that's the headline.
Okay.
Here's my response. Why should Carr have to take a pay cut? He negotiated his contract, and he's offered to restructure his deal to give them more money now so they can rebuild the team. But they want him to give money back? The Saints botched the roster. They fired their coach mid-season. They never showed any indication that if they had money, they'd know anything smart.
I don't get this at all. I mean,
why should Derek Carr give any money back?
And obviously, there have been some guys that, well, Chargers, Joey Bosa did it, and Khalil Mack did it, took a pay cut this year in order to stay with Jim Harbaugh. But they weren't shamed into it. This, I think, makes him look really bad with the fans he's going to be playing for next year.
Yeah, it's a brutally unfair thing to ask Derek Carr to do.
Yeah.
It just it doesn't make any sense.
Would you take a pay cut for me?
So are my options, if I don't take it, the show ends?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd take a cut.
Yeah, I'd take a pay cut too. Little, small, light haircut, small haircut.
But if they came to us and if they had botched the whole station, like every other show sucked.
Sure.
And they came to us and said, hey, guys, we need to take a pay cut so we can build the shows around you. Go pound sand.
Yeah.
I know what you've been trying to find shows around us for 20 years. It's not my problem.
Thank God we do have good shows around us, and thank God we've got Kobie Turner on that Rams defense. Kobie Turner joins
Kobie
us.
Turner.
What's going on, Kobie?
What's up? What's up? How we doing?
We're doing great now that you're here, man. 9 sacks, Kobie. 9 sacks for your defensive line. If I would have told you before the game you were going to have 9 sacks against the Vikings, would you have called me crazy?
Oh, absolutely not. That's exactly who we are. And we practice every day to be able to go out and put out a performance like that. And that was just a great performance by us. And we were able to be firing on all cylinders. We still left a couple more sacks out there on the table, but that's what it looks like when we stop the run and when we force them into passing situations and when we're rushing 4 as 1 or 5 as 1 and when we have guys on the back end too who are shutting stuff down. So I'm not surprised at all by that being the type of performance we've had. And if you look, the past 5 weeks before that too, we've been keeping people under 9 points. And so we've just been building and growing, and I'm really excited to keep it going with this group.
So we've been playing all your greatest hits, Kobie, as we get ready for this. We've got your House of the Rising Sun. We played your Billie Jean. Your musicality is unprecedented amongst NFL players. When you think about your music career, what did you learn from music that you apply to football?
Yeah, I'm very cerebral in everything that I do, and the way that you study music so that it can come out effortlessly and so that it feels effortlessly. I mean, I studied so much music, whether it be learning, about how to compose and how to arrange things, learning about, how to create harmony and all of the things. And so when it comes to the time where you're just jamming out with friends or when it's time to just put it all together, it all feels natural. And I think that directly correlates to the football field, right? You have to put in the daily deposits to be able to have an opportunity to have a game like we did this past Monday, and like we hope to have this upcoming Sunday. So it's all about the preparation, and you have to put in the sweat equity. And same thing with music, same thing with football. You have to put in the time to be able to really have something come to life.
So you're the conductor on the field. We see you do the conducting movements. How about the conductor of the defense, Chris Shula? What does he like to work for? What does he bring to the table?
All of the guys love him, man, and he's continued to build trust and confidence in us as we've continued to build trust and confidence in him. But we've all really rallied behind him. And every single thing that we're going through as a defense, with our young leadership, with me and Q being first-year captains, him being in his 3rd year, me being in my 2nd year, and Coach Shula being a first-year defensive coordinator as well. All of us have grown so much throughout the season, and to be able to see it all come to fruition is amazing. And like I said, we love playing for him. He's aggressive. He really dials up game plans that allow us each to capitalize off of our strengths. All the guys rally behind him, and we rally behind each other as well. It's a complete unit. It's not, defensive coordinator and then the team. All of the guys love each other and play for each other, and we all play for all of the coaches that we have as well.
Kobie, for the past several years, and we've been the Rams station forever, like even before you got here, it was really easy to point to who the best player in the Rams defense was. Aaron Donald, as a matter of fact, might be the best player ever to play that position. He was that good. It seems to me now, watching you guys play, that the best player in the defense changes from week to week. 1 week it might be you. 1 week it might be Jared Verse, who's a rookie. One day it might be one of the defensive backs. Am I right about that? Is it Aaron was a load to handle, obviously, but now that he's gone, it's almost like you guys have a different guy stepping up every week, right?
Yeah, and I think too, when it came to AD, you knew he's the best player, in my opinion, to ever do it on that defensive side of the ball. And so when you have a guy like him, all of your game plan is schemed around him. It's how to get him one-on-ones, how to get him schemed up, all of those things. And when he leaves and there's a void left, it very much is, okay, every person has their individual role in this thing. And obviously we all had our individual roles as well. But when it came down to nut cutting time, it was about, let's free up 99 and let them go to work. Whereas now each of us have our own specific individual role and each individual call. And so that's what really allows us to have breakout weeks at different weeks. There's times where one person might break out and where the other person might break out. And but at the end of the day, it comes down to all 11 guys doing their job. And whoever's meant to make that play on that particular time is going to make that play and trusting that they're going to make that play. And so that's definitely one of the big differences. And it's been exciting, too, to be able to rally behind each player, to see each player's energy, when each player's having their breakout game, to see the energy that they bring to that sideline and just how much camaraderie we have to be able to celebrate whenever one person is going off. We're all celebrating them. And we're all also super competitive. And so it's like when it's our time to get our opportunity, we're going on the hunt as well to try to make sure that we capitalize off of that as well. So it is, by committee a little bit, and that's been awesome this year.
Obviously the wildfires have been terrible across Southern California, and we've all, our hearts broke for so many people, are breaking for so many people. What kind of sense did you have on Monday night that you were playing for something more?
We talked about it throughout the week. I mean, when you come to work and you see big clouds of smoke from one direction, and then all of a sudden there's another fire that starts up and you see big clouds of smoke from another direction, all, around our practice facility. And then, you realize that some of the guys, even on this team, are also affected in the new fire that pops up. It definitely brings home the sense of, the fact that we're all hurting and praying, and all of our thoughts are for not only for our guys who have been affected, but for the entire city of L.A. And the strength that they have, the resilience that the city of L.A. has shown. When you just look and you see how many people are going and donating, to the point where so many donation centers aren't even taking certain types of donations anymore because there's just an outpour, an outburst of support. When you see how strong the city of LA has been able to be, it's easier for sure to be strong for the city of LA. And, when you wear that Rams jersey, you're representing the name on the front, you're representing the name on the back, right? But at the end of the day, you're also representing the city of Los Angeles. And that was definitely something that was heavily felt this Monday, the fact that we were representing the city, and to just have so much support from the city as well, from fans that were in Arizona, from fans who came all the way out from even Los Angeles to be able to come out and support us. And to know, again, that we were representing something greater than ourselves. That gave us a lot of fire for sure, and it was an awesome moment to try to be a light for the city of LA.
That's really well said, Kobie. And last thing for me, the probably the worst game you guys played at home this year was the Eagles game. They lit you up pretty good. Saquon had, I think, 250-plus yards of rushing. They put up close to 40 points. What gives you the confidence, Kobie, to think that it'll be different when you guys have the rematch on Sunday?
Well, first of all, just the amount that we've grown. I mean, it's to the point where we look back at some of the tape from the last game, and it's unrecognizable. It's like that's not who we are. That's not who we know ourselves to be. So the amount that we've grown as a defense and as a team gives you so much confidence. And then when you go back and you flip on the tape from the last time as well, you see that really, for the most part, like, yes, they have a lot of good players. They're one of the final 8 with good reason. And at the same time, a lot of the things that really hurt us were things that we did to ourselves. Different ways where we're jumping out of our gaps when we should be more gap sound, or we're creating vertical seams and allowing 26 to be able to go and find creases. So at the end of the day, we know that so many of these things come down to what we can control. and we know that we're attacking every single thing that we can control to make sure that we come out with a victory on Sunday. So we have a lot of confidence going into this game, and we know that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who we line up against, who we step on the field against. If we're playing our best brand of football and if we're being our best selves and working together as a team, we have the energy that we bring, and we're going out there and having a lot of fun. Nobody can stop us. Nobody can beat us. So it comes down to just us doing our job. And then we see, kind of where the cards fall. But hopefully, believing and knowing that once we do our thing the right way and we take care of business the way that we should, we'll be walking out of Philadelphia with a W on Sunday.
Awesome, man. Well, as a season ticket holder, as a Rams fan, I am so excited for Sunday. You guys were tremendous on Monday night and looking forward to building that on Sunday. Go conduct a win, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Kobie.
All right,
See ya.
Kobie Turner.
So easy to root for him.
Oh, yeah. What a nice guy. You're listening to KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma brand station. Now, tell me, Bergman, we're going to take a break and then maybe come back with Super Crosstalk?
Super Crosstalk.
Super Crosstalk is next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. With the devastating fires that have struck Southern California, there are options for you if you're dealing with food insecurity. It is the LA Regional Food Bank. You can go to lafoodbank.org/fire. We are also looking for collections from you. All kinds of stuff needed for people that are dealing with the fire right now. Please join us in helping our friends and neighbors who are dealing with this tragedy.
Insurance companies can make you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope in getting your home back together. Avner Gat knows exactly how to handle these situations. Not only do they have extensive knowledge on how to handle your dilemma, but they remain passionate about helping people. It's why Avner and his family continue to take the calls themselves at Avner Gat Inc. They cover all of Southern California, and if I haven't convinced you with all of these truth bombs thus far, just check out what seems to be a never-ending stream of 5-star reviews on Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. So, whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is at home, call Avner Gat today. 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256. And you can go online to avnergat.com.
Hey, it's DeMarco. I know a thing or two about Super Bowls. I've been there, won that. If you want to experience the big game like a pro, Absolute Sport has you covered. From premium tickets to exclusive parties to first-class accommodations, their Super Bowl packages are the MVP of the fan experience. Don't sit on the sidelines. Be a part of the action. Go to us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport to lock in your spot. Absolute Sport, it's how champions watch the Super Bowl.
KSPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason and Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Hey, everybody's in the house today. What's going on, Sedano? What's going on, Cappy?
I'm good. I'm back from frigid Minnesota. Just landed
what a
literally
great
moments
game you
ago.
had, though. Wow.
Oh my God!
That game was
yeah.
insane.
Yeah, I mean, the last few minutes were bonkers. John, that game started with a 24-point lead in the first quarter.
Yeah, I know. I was like keeping one eye on your game and one eye on our game. And here's the thing I don't get, George. Maybe you can shed some light on it. Everybody watching, everybody in the building, everybody in the world knows in the final 3 minutes, Steph is getting the ball. How does he get open?
I don't understand.
I don't either.
It's one of those things. And they were, no Draymond in that game, no Pajemski, no Kuminga, right? So to your point, I don't understand how that happens. I feel like there were a lot of miscommunications defensively and or just mistakes from the coaching staff from Minnesota. John, had they actually completed the comeback, it would have been their largest comeback, Minnesota, since 1998. It just was wild. Like, the whole thing was wild.
You're in the league. Oh, no, you're not in the league, Cappy. What do you think?
Cappy's not.
Yeah.
I was not in the
Laker
league.
game, though.
I had no idea who won Georgia's game last night.
I did not either.
I actually earlier today.
I watched the Lakers, but I didn't go beyond that.
Yeah, no, earlier today I was like, I don't want to ask George who won the game. So I went and looked it up so that I understood who won the game.
Yeah, you missed a game. Well, Cap, did you
play.
stay till the end of the Laker game last night, or did you leave after they played a terrible first half?
John, I left after they played a terrible first half because
I'm your role model.
Can't say I blame you last night. That looked like a loss for most of the night.
The first half was so bad. I'm like, okay, forget it. I'm out of here. I was driving to South last night, and I got to listen to the entire broadcast, the second half of the broadcast of you and Michael, and then got to hear Beto. In fact, as I think you said at the very end of the broadcast, you said, Beto, you don't have to wear your armor tonight. The fans will take it easy on you. People were going to be happy that they actually won the game last night. It was a great comeback win. It really was.
So we just had Kobie Turner on. How are you feeling about the Rams on Sunday? I actually feel very, very optimistic about the Rams. They've won 6 of 7 since they lost that Philly game. The defense looks very different than it did a few weeks back. I actually feel very good about it.
I mean, very good is a strong position, I would say. I feel like I feel more confident in a competitive game than what, I heard John asking him about, like, what will be different this time around after they got kind of blasted against them here. I think it's what you said, Mace. I think it's that the defense has really taken form, the holding teams to single digits their last 4 outings. Like, I think that this team is finding a way to coalesce at the right time. But, I mean, going on the road is really hard in the National Football League. So I think that it'll be competitive, and I give them a puncher's chance.
Yeah, I mean, they're only 5.5-point dogs. It's not like it's a double-digit spread or anything like that, Cappy.
No, but, Mace, I will just say this, and I'm going to talk to George about it this afternoon.
Yes.
So what happened is I, like you, I get very caught up in the emotion of things.
Yeah.
And so then what happened is yesterday I was like, I better go back and watch the Eagles-Rams game because I forgot what happened. Like, so I looked at the score.
You went back and watched wow, you're looking at tape.
No, he didn't go back at the tape. He looked it up. He looked the box score up on the internet.
Johnny,
you actually watched
you know what Cappy does? Here's Cappy's trick. Tell me if I'm right. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
He goes and watches the Google version or the YouTube version, which is like 10 minutes.
First of all,
that's just smart.
Let me just say this. When I say I'm studying film, I'm like Ron Jaworski back in the old days.
Yeah,
sure.
When Jaws would preface every
the NFL
comment he would
breakdown
make.
show, right?
He would preface every comment on ESPN with, "When I look at the film, here's what I see." So yesterday,
you just want to be able to say that.
Correct.
Okay.
So yesterday, I went back to study the film.
Well, was I right? Just real quick.
Yeah,
George,
you just watched the highlights, right?
No, you were wrong, and here's why you were wrong.
I think he
was right.
George, I think you were right no matter how he answers this.
Because no, here's why. Because George said I went to YouTube and watched the 10-minute version. He's wrong. I went
watched
to
the
YouTube
20-minute version.
and watched the 14-minute version.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly
there you go.
right.
Good. That's
great. Sedano, I need you to answer this completely honestly, George, okay?
Yeah.
All right, we just got word moments ago that you guys are going to have Sean McVay at 3:15.
Nice.
Okay.
Will Mason send you a text later today telling you you've lost a friend?
Well, I don't think he can blame us this time.
No, it's definitely
blame me this time because it's Sean McVay who's the one that has to push it back.
Plus, I'm just not that. I have evolved as a person.
You have me.
I do not. I don't take any of this stuff seriously anymore.
What
I don't know how you
about?
could.
The other day you lost your
Morales
mind when
pissed me off.
Morales
But I mean,
wanted to have
Morales
a
is
trivia contest.
Morales is
against
the
you.
exception to the rule.
Wait, you want to have
Morales
a
is
what?
just a heel. Oh, Morales is like, oh, Mason, I can beat him in a sports trivia contest. I'm like playing sports trivia with Chris Morales. My God, such a friggin' insult. Really,
It's an insult to
George,
you. That's
he
an
insult.
He wouldn't even entertain the premise.
No, it's
he
an
said
insult.
it's beneath me.
It is
I
beneath me.
refuse.
Testing Chris Morales' sports knowledge.
You know
I've
what,
heard him on
Mace?
the air. I know.
I'm
his
with
sports
you.
knowledge.
It is beneath you.
Yes, thank you.
Well, as George once taught me, and it was a lesson I needed to learn, if I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
He said, "Don't fight down.
Right.
Oh, don't punch down.
Mason taught me that lesson.
Yeah, I told John.
Years ago, some guy ripped me in a sports media column.
It was like the Toluca Lake Times or something
like that.
It
It
was
was like the small paper. I was so mad at him. I wrote him this really long
Toluca Lake Gazette.
Yeah, I wrote him this really long response, and I sent it to Mason. I go, I just want somebody to see this before I send it. I'm so mad at this guy. And Mason goes, why are you punching down? He goes, no, you're going to make this into a 10 times worse story than it
don't
is.
punch down with the Daily Bugle. Seriously, you don't need it.
I had a guy who I once worked with in a radio station, and there was a listener who decided that he hated this one host.
Okay.
He wanted to like everybody else, but he wanted to hate on this one host.
Okay.
So what this listener would do is he would send an email to the entire staff of the station. So every on-air member, I don't know how he had everybody's email, whatever.
Oh, God.